conversation never on the rocks.
Meet me by the bar.
Bars open.
Bars open.
Bars open.
Meet me by the bar.
Straight up, no chasing.
Open bar podcast.
Straight up, no chasing.
Welcome to Open Bar Podcast, where the conversation never on the rocks, but it's straight up no chasing. It's your boy C4. Today we got our bartender, Champ.
Hi, you guys. Everybody's favorite bartender. Did you miss me?
You know what? I talk to you every day.
I know.
It's not a no, but it's like,
I hate when people talk to me every day. Like, nobody's ever going to get the chance to miss me if I keep answering my phone.
don't go ghost. Please don't go. We sitting
Hi,
here.
you guys. I'm back. Favorite podcast.
Favorite podcast. What?
Sponsored by
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to say that. That's why I was looking at you like, you supposed to take it back.
Nah, you good. It's unscripted, so you know.
Oh, it's unscripted? Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel me? Y'all thought I messed up, huh? Gotcha.
No, you good.
This episode is sponsored by Grandy and Monty already had some.
That
Get
part.
you some.
We got special guests in the building. World renowned. I've been hearing about this brand since I've started doing a lot of different things, producer, engineering. They've been around for a long time. I want y'all to go ahead and introduce yourself.
It's the worldwide Dead Fresh crew. You know what I'm saying? I'm Snacks.
Johnny Fresco,
Johnny.
Dead Fresh Crew, Gardina, California. What up?
Yeah. Nah. So I reached out and I was like, hey, I need to get these guys on a podcast. Y'all been rocking for a long time. It's a lot of brands that start and stop. So I was like, I need to get them on to see what's the ins and outs of keeping y'all brand going. And what I heard is y'all got a lot of stuff going on. I see that you on TikTok doing a lot of new shirts and tutorials about how to do certain stuff, so you're helping people too.
Absolutely.
So I had to tap in and get some of that on the podcast. We can put it even into a broader audience. So,
Oh yeah, bro.
what made you want? Who started it? Like
Both of us.
Both of us
y'all?
together.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long
Y'all
has it been?
childhood friends or just high school friends?
We known each other since I moved from. I think I stayed on like 61st or Street or somewhere. I think I moved and met him in '92,
Yeah, going into the second grade.
going into second grade.
That's fire.
I moved over to our house.
You was calling
down
them
the
Snacks
street.
then too?
Nah, Snacks didn't come to
His name was
the end.
Prez. His original nickname is Prez.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to give you all
Oh,
that. Exclusive right there.
That's like family business. But outside of here, if you catch him in his element, which is around his core family, you're going to hear Prez.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So when I pulled up on him in '92, it was Prez, him and our buddy T. Lee. Pulled up on my bike, seen him in the driveway, pulled up on him.
You from the second grade, pulled up on
Yeah,
him.
pulled up on him, rolled my bike down the
This a
street.
fact. This a factual
Rolled up in the
story.
driveway and went back down to my house, and they looked at me like, "What's this dude?"
Wait, you just hit him with a tail skirt?
Yeah, no,
you hit on him?
swooped in the
Just
driveway,
came in the driveway, like kind of like.
kind of like let his presence know, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he wasn't playing with
Oh,
you.
you had just moved over
He
there?
moved over there. We was,
Oh, yeah.
we was already over
Yeah,
there.
they had
We was
been
like,
there already.
He was
alright.
like, I ain't about to let these
Just pull-
me.
Just pulled up.
show
you know
them.
what I'm saying?
What makes you do that? Like what?
Honestly, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. We was
In
just,
reality,
I think
his
we
mama
was
said,
still
don't you go
moving.
your ass past that blue house. And the blue house was their house.
Literally, that's probably what she said.
That's a fact.
And I was like, you know, seen them down there, and I'm like, shit, they my age. And it just so happened that they were exactly same age.
Yeah.
We all three had the same middle name when we finally had the
What?
That's
conversation.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
What's
all.
your middle name?
Lee.
Lee. all
That
fire
is so
signs, all born in
boring.
the same year. So I was like, oh, okay, this is kind
That
of
is like crazy. It's
that's-
taking like 3 people with the
like, this is cool, bro.
It's like
We gonna
almost like
rock.
some Destin shit, to be
I
honest.
thought y'all
when
was
we-
gonna
when we
say
really
like
figured it out.
Trentavious or something.
Nah, nothing crazy.
Nah, nothing
Our
crazy.
people kept it
Like,
simple,
that's so
Lee.
cool. Y'all from? Well, I know y'all from Gardina, Garwood, whatever. I'm from Compton. I'm gonna have to start getting into it with you. But are y'all like just solely based in Gardina, or did y'all move out of Gardina since y'all been doing this?
No,
Nah.
we still in
Yeah.
Gardena.
Okay, that's pretty.
Personally,
cool.
I don't live in Gardena, but my family's still in Gardena. But yeah,
Yep, same.
That's cool.
Hey, how did you feel when he pulled up in that driveway?
honestly, if I had to recollect, it was just like he said, like, who is this? Because there wasn't no other kids on the block. Or and then shit, I just remember. I think he came back down there. I don't know if we stopped him or
doubled
if he
back
just
on
stopped.
you?
Yeah, I think we might have stopped him though. Like, what's up, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Second time they did it. They're like, yo, who are you, bro?
Nah, and then shit. I think from that day, it was probably. I think it was on from that day. I don't think like. Yeah, we was
I can't
cracking
This
remember
that
nigga's
day.
the
around when he doubled back.
Yeah. We've been friends ever since.
Yeah,
Same
for sure.
school, same everything, all of us. So we like, yeah, basketball together, baseball, everything.
What year did the Dead Fresh crew come about?
I'm gonna say late 06, 2007.
So it
Around
took
there.
y'all like at least 8 to 10 years afterwards. Wait,
Nah, it's about 17 now. Somewhere around here, but I think initially it was just because we used to have a lot of house parties, and we kind of just gave ourselves the name just off of
Like
being
that
fly,
fresh,
being
yeah.
fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
And we always made it a point, like, I think kind of what's built into the lifestyle, we always made it a point to, like, we being at Gardina, it was always, I don't know if I could contribute it solely to that, but it's like a, what do they call the school? Like a throwaway school? Or what do they call
it's
it? Like a
not a continuation, but what if you got kicked out of school at LAUSD, they sent you to
They send you
Gardena.
that was a
Gardena.
continuation then.
So they bring, everybody got
Yeah.
sent
That's
there.
so messed up.
So we knew people
That's like
from
China.
Oh, I thought that is
Like
true because
Paula
when people
Compton.
was getting kicked out of Centennial, they was going to.
They was going to
Yeah, so-
Yeah, they
but
was
that
going
was
to
for
Gardena.
all the schools. So we was like a melting pot for like all LA basically.
Right.
So we knew people from every hood really, but we never had interest in banging. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Right.
like that just ain't for us.
Right.
But all of our homies bang, we cool with them, but we want to be able to bring them together. You know, me, like you said, throwing the parties, me being at Santa Monica at this time, I'm like, yo, they got these Swedish girls and different, like, I'm like, y'all gotta see
Trying to
this,
bring
bro.
them back to the promised land.
So I'm like, y'all need to see this, bro. So we started throwing parties, and I'm like, look, we gonna invite all these girls. They beautiful, bro, and we gonna tell the homies. And when the homies see the girls, they not gonna
Their
trip.
minds
I
gonna
promise
go
you.
to the shit.
I'm like, they not gonna trip. There's gonna be a lot of them, bro, and that's how we built it, bro. We honestly kept pulling that shit off, where a bunch of homies from different hoods would come, and they would be like, because it was us, and they knew the environment, they seen what was going on. We rarely had any issues,
Yeah.
and we kind of just kept, you know, building on that.
That's
And
dope.
then we started our I'm gonna say we started a brand, but the first brand we was pushing was called Brainstorm. But on the back it was Dead Fresh Crew, like so it's like Brainstorm by Dead Fresh Crew.
Yeah.
And I remember we did our first hosting. Y'all remember 212?
Club?
Yes,
Yeah.
So 212 was doing this was like they were making like they was reintroducing themselves to a new generation, like 07. It was around the time the Ball and Hill show came out.
Yeah.
And they had us host a party. It was hosted by Dead Fresh Crew and Brainstorm Clothing. And from that, well, he can kind of tell you like the Brainstorm name. We figured out we couldn't use the name.
Yeah.
Why? Whatever.
It was that was like our first like business. My bad. That was like our first business lesson where like it was trademarked already. So we went on. We like
Business 101.
Yeah.
we were having block parties on our street, and they were becoming pretty popular in the city and well outside of the city too. And we used that opportunity that year to like blow our brand up. We got a bunch of shirts printed at this time. We wasn't doing like in-house printing and stuff. got a bunch of shirts printed. They sold out at the block party. Everybody on the street got them on. We still got pictures like from.
How many did you buy? Because selling out is.
I don't even think it was that. Like we maybe had like 2 or 3 bags of shirts.
Yeah, maybe like 40 shirts.
It wasn't even crazy, bro. It
How
was
much
like
you selling for?
probably like $30, something like that.
I
Like
think we
at
just
this
trying to get
time,
our
we
money
was
back.
just like
30 for 30 is a
25.
nice penny.
Yeah, $25, $30. We wasn't, but they was all going that day because it was just like it was up that day. And we like, all right, we really got something. Let's do some like real shit. Let's trademark it and stuff. And we went on there, and the name was taken. And then we was like, shit, bro. We kind of sat back, like, what do we do?
So even though y'all was already dead for sure, y'all didn't think about trying to buy that name first?
So that's there you go. Now this is where you come in and pitch.
So we learned Brainstorm was dead. First thing I said was, bro, let's go with Dead First Crew. Now,
Oh, yeah.
we both fire signs, so we both kind of stubborn in our own ways.
Yeah.
He been an artist.
He being nice, I didn't listen.
He be an artist. He like, I'm gonna do a full circle around. So he was like, we're gonna try. We went through like 4 or 5 different names. I'm talking about
Why?
pretty much collections.
didn't listen.
I ain't putting no elbow.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
But
this is
I
like
didn't
for the
listen.
simple fact that like clearly you said like Brainstorm by Dead Fresh Crew. It was like I don't know what else.
Well,
you
it
wanted
was
to
like
be.
he said buy Dead Fresh Crew, and that is correct.
But it wasn't listed that way.
It wasn't listed that way. We literally were making Brainstorm shirts, but only our shirts had Dead Fresh Crew in the back. We're like, y'all can, all of y'all can get the shirt,
But ours
because y'all
is
like it.
these.
But
Yeah.
ours is gonna have Dead Fresh Crew in the back, because that's just us. It was literally just supposed to be
so
us.
it's like more of an exclusivity thing.
Yeah.
And then me
Okay,
just sitting there like,
I still don't know why y'all didn't try to buy.
He about to explain that right there.
Because I know it didn't really sound like a brand name to him at that time. You know what I'm saying? And we still come across people where people was just like they thrown off by the dead.
are you a dance crew? They just be
You know what I'm
like
saying?
saying,
When
That's
they
true.
hear it, so it's kind of like, so we kind of had to. Well, we went through a plethora of a couple of names, different brands and designs, and then got to the point where we figured out we had to have meaning behind it. And outside of a collective meaning we came up with, I think you read the
Man
Viktor
Search for-
Frankl, yeah.
Man Search for Meaning.
Yeah, he
by
kinda-
Viktor Frankl.
he kind of was able to kind of bring it like full circle to where it made sense to him now. So it's like, all right.
Enlighten us, come on. What's,
So what is
the? I read something about it, but you know, I'll let you.
Man Search for Meaning is a book by Viktor Frankl. It's one of my like top, if I had to say 5 recommended books to read. And that shit, it changed my life really in the perspective on what we were doing. Like to his point, like the premise of the book is he's in Nazi Jewish camp and he's trapped, but he explains how he was able to become free while still being captured. Like, and that was by like realizing that he wasn't the person that was captured, but the person that was inside that body. So he came up with a theory called logotherapy, which is if you know your why, you can do it anyhow. So his why was just, I just want to survive. Like, I see everybody around me dying, I'm just going to survive. Like, however I got to do that, I'm going to do that. And he figured out how. And then, like, that was the premise. He went through the whole story, but that changed my life because it was a passage in there that basically went as like the right your own destiny that we have is RIGHT, which is right by definition is what's truthful, what's just, what's correct. And that came from that book because he says every day, every minute, every hour, you get a chance to write your own story.
Right.
So that hit me. I'm like, oh shit, that makes
I
a
gotta
whole
check
lot
that
of
out.
sense. You know what I mean? So I'm like, we do get to like every day, every choice we make, it dictates what's gonna happen like the next second, the next second.
Right.
the next
Everything
second.
you do, it plots it.
So we started to factor that in, and I just wanted to give off the impression that people could come and be part of the crew. As long as you have what's truthful to you, what's right, you can be a rock with us without having to conform to like, oh, you don't have to be like me.
Yeah.
You could be you and still find unity in our crew. So
All right. We get to the bottom of
So
it.
yeah, so that came the credo, write your own destiny, RYOD, and it gave us meaning for Dead Fresh Crew. to where.
Oh, RYOD was a symbol y'all put on the shoulder.
Yeah,
of
we
the
put it
different
right here on the
places.
shirt. It's,
Yeah.
it's everywhere pretty much somewhere.
It's like subliminally
see,
everywhere.
I used to see it a lot heavier though sometimes.
So yeah, with that came gotta get your mic. With the Right Your Own
Good.
Destiny, we gave Dead Fresh Crew an actual meaning. So it was like dead in your old way, give yourself a fresh start where you join our crew and you hold the power to RYOD, Right Your Own Destiny.
That's lit.
So
Shout out to Uncle Stan for that.
from there,
He pushed us to do that.
Uncle who?
My Uncle Stan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He kept saying, "Man, you got to come up with something for Dead Fresh Crew. What does it mean?" I'm like, "It's Dead Fresh. Like we fresh." He's like, "No, but what does it mean?" Like, I don't know.
What does mine say?
He's right.
And he forced me to. He was like, "Sit down and figure out what does it mean. Like, give it a meaning." And
So-
that's where we came with "Dead is to change or current way. Start fresh. Join our crew. We hold the power to write your own destiny."
and then from there on, everything had to have a meaning, had to have a story.
Lit.
All the way
That's
down to the
fire.
logos, the writing, like the lightning bolt, the hearts, the stars, everything got a meaning over it. The heart over the bolts and the stars is love, overpowering fame. The same with like on he had it on the logo on the LA hat.
Right.
But it's a representation of the entire story. Like it's a story behind every piece.
I'm
It's-
getting it.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
Getting
so
to the bottom of it because I
fire.
just was dead
I
fresh.
love an inspirational
Yeah.
idea. That's
And it's
just
a
turned into,
conversation
like,
starter
everything.
too. Because
Yeah.
people always see RYOD and you tell them write your own destiny. They like,
Right.
right?
You spelled it wrong.
You spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, we got an opportunity to tell you what we're about.
Yeah.
And
It's like
9
a
times
hook.
out of 10, they
Yeah.
walk away with like, all right, cool. How can I support? Or how can I be down? Because
Right.
I fuck with that. It's like,
Because I'm enlightened right now because I just thought Dead Fresh Crew.
Yeah.
It's a brand.
yeah.
Never thought about the meaning. I always see the Write Your Own Destiny. I've seen that a few times on just shirts too.
Yeah.
One of my friends, I think it's he was wearing he used to wear the shirts, and I'm like, what does that mean? Write Your Own Destiny. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I never thought about it again. But I didn't know that Dead Fresh Crew and that was like one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We had to
that
spend a
makes
lot of
sense.
time like making that connection.
That
you know
makes
what I
sense.
mean? Yeah.
That's cool. So y'all started out making y'all own stuff yourself, or what? Like, how did y'all get in? Y'all gave me the story of how y'all developed the brand, but like, what pushed y'all into even creating a brand? Like, was y'all the fashion boys? Y'all was the hotties with the coochie?
All
Y'all
of the
had the
above.
Jabot jeans,
I was finna say
and you
is-
needed a shirt to match your jacket. Cause I know I'm class of 2005, so I know a lot of people that like low key started t-shirt lines like way back then and stuff, and it was like just solely to have something to match the J's. Like
Yeah.
Nike was not giving. Like, well, nigga, we
That was
cannot
part
get
of
nothing
it,
to make
yeah.
nothing happen. So
It was a little
we
bit
gotta
of-
figure out where we gonna get it at. So I even way back then, I seen a lot of brands get their first start just solely behind that. That's how y'all started.
That was a lot of it because like we were saying, the FUD out there, we were printing papers out of the computer and going to Costco, getting print paper, matching our shoes, drawing it on the computer, printing it out, making the shirt. Like,
One of y'all draw?
yeah, that's
Okay.
That's me. Arts and crafts.
Crafty right here. Okay.
But we were just going to match all our shoes and stuff, and then to our point, some of our friends are like, "Yo, we want to wear them too."
Right.
Yeah, we like, all right,
Yeah.
bro. If you wash this shirt, it ain't gonna work. So you got one wear.
Now, that's actually crazy. I wanted to
Throwaway.
get into that.
And then we
I
got,
wanted to get into that.
and then that's how we got into giving away. Like me, more specifically, I was like, it's not too much giving his stuff off his back, but I got to the point where if somebody be like, "Oh, I like your shirt, bro," I'm like, "Oh, what size you wear?" If it's the same size, I give it to him because it's like I just got in the habit of like,
Give it. That's
Just
why
give
that's
it
a
from that.
marketing thing though too.
That's
Like,
right, though.
spread the
Bro,
word.
it's so many people that be like, man, he gave me a shirt, he gave me his jacket, and then be like, yeah. You got a one-on-one piece. I'll be telling people like you got a one-on-one type. Like, well, a lot of
That's
times
so
it used to be
cool.
like,
yeah.
and that kind of like he was saying, not so much me. That's why, because we wasn't manufacturing our stuff ourselves at first, so it was like, man, I don't know when I'm
So
gonna get this
it
in.
flipped because he had the business mind and you got the marketing mind.
So that didn't cause like an adverse effect at all. Like motherfuckers wasn't like y'all cheap ass shit.
Nah, because we was just we was new. We was wet behind the game. We was wet behind the ears. We was new in the game. So I thought we was being honest by saying, look, bro, we wear them and we cool. We know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Like we started giving them 2 shirts.
Self-destruct.
Yeah, we started giving them 2 shirts because we like, bro, it's gonna mess up. At the very least, you'll have 1 more shirt. So you could watch. You could watch this one. It's gonna be a wrap, and then you'll have 1 more. That's the least we can do. And I mean, people were okay with it for the most part.
That's
but I mean, then we
hilarious.
started stepping up the quality. Of course, we weren't printing it yet. But shout out to Francisco. We were going to a guy downtown, and he was the first person to print our shirts for us.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Everybody love downtown. That's one of the bigger privileges of being from LA.
Yeah.
Even though it's like a lot of people out here doing a lot of the same thing, it's because like we have the resource to do it. Like, you know, like I would never be like, why not? Like,
It's a lot.
yeah, if you want to start anything, start it. So that's cool. Y'all parents, y'all family and stuff always been super supportive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the most part.
That's cool.
Yeah, for the most part. I would say in the beginning they didn't really understand like what was going on, but I do have to like shout out my brother and shit. Really, my parents, they didn't understand, but they always gave me the space to like develop. And then my older brother worked at Little League Park where my nephew right here played baseball, and they needed uniforms. So me just thinking like, hey, bro, if you get the machine, I'll make them. And then I'm just
Oh, yeah,
I can make
that's
my
right.
stuff.
Like, I make my shit too.
Yeah, and he was like,
Yeah,
my
that's
brother
super
just
fire.
being business minded and entrepreneur spirit. Like since I was young, he was an entrepreneur. He was like, all right, I'll buy a screen print. How much is it? I think we spent like $1,500 and got a screen print, heat press. I mean, a flasher and stuff. Made the uniforms, and then we was off and I was in the backyard figuring it out from there.
So is that how y'all kept the business going?
Yeah,
By using, by doing other people's business?
yeah, we still do that now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's a
So y'all do
full-fledged-
like a full service print shop.
Yeah,
In a brand.
So we now we at the point where, I mean, the pandemic was great because we were able to, you know, be in the garage and just work. We didn't have to go nowhere. Everybody was at home.
Learn your flaws and all that.
So we just turned the garage into a print studio, but now we've like expanded beyond that point to where like, yeah, us 3 is doing a lot, but we need to bring in some more people to be able to help us like go beyond where we are, because we're doing our stuff. And like we said, this past year was great, but then we have more people who like, yo, can you print this? And I'll be honest, like sometimes there'd be so much going on. I've missed jobs where it's like, now I look back and like, damn, bro, that was like, fuck.
Should have took it.
Yeah, so it's like,
Should've
man, we
took
can't, you know, that can't keep happening. So
I noticed y'all.
See, I have a
farm is
big
crazy.
full service production studio now.
that's where we headed to right
That's the
now.
aim.
My brother and I, and also Snacks, we went to go look at some spots this past week, actually.
Oh, so right on time.
So
we need to
this
use
gonna be
this
y'all first brick and mortar.
This is gonna be our first warehouse.
Yeah, we
Have
aim
y'all
for-
done like a retail store yet or anything?
We got one retail store in Japan.
Yeah,
that's been carrying our stuff since
Sweat?
like 20
Like 20.
12, 2010. Might have been before
maybe
that.
like, yeah,
That's
somewhere around there, like
fire.
Wait, they
2014.
actually carry the brand.
Yeah, they've been rocking with us for a cool last minute.
We done collabs with them. They carried us stuff.
They done flew over and had
They
Sunday
dope.
dinner and
They
everything.
came to my mom's house.
That's so dope.
So it's like business partners in Japan.
Pretty much, yeah.
Have y'all been out there yet?
Nah,
That's
What
our
y'all
goal.
waiting on?
we'll be there. We'll be there.
So that's our plan
We
for
be
this
solid.
year.
Y'all passport ready?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We
Okay,
done
I'm
traveled.
passport
We
ready
just
too.
ain't been in
And
Japan.
Japan is on the top of my list. Okay.
Yeah.
Every year I say I'm gonna go for Cherry Blossom Festival, and then every year I look at the tickets and I be like, I'm just gonna Mexico.
No, we
Hey, that's
going.
crazy that you even mentioned that. A lot of people don't know about that.
Well, I've been
She been on
I have like a super insane obsession with vending machines. I have to go over there and I want to go on a vending machine tour,
That's hard.
which like don't exist. Like I'm just gonna go take myself on a vending machine tour, like
That's
just walk
fire.
around hugging machines. Like this is so cute. Fun fact: in Tokyo, they have a Coca-Cola. Well, I don't know if they still have it, but they used to have like a Coca-Cola hug machine where you hug the machine and a free Coke come out.
That's
That's hard.
So fire, yeah. That was my first business was vending machines.
That's dope.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's so dope. That's
We gotta go though. Tokyo and China.
Yeah, when y'all
I'm
go,
ready.
make sure y'all tell me I want to go.
For sure, it's going. We going this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Make it a point, man. This is the year to get all
I'm
the
big on
out the
traveling.
way.
I think
Man, for real.
that I think traveling and just like being able to live outside your element for a little while is so really refreshing.
That changed my life. That's how we sitting
too.
here right now.
Yeah.
I
So
think
where did you go? That
Well,
changed your life?
Spain and Portugal.
Oh, yeah.
I went there to
You know
visit
what to do.
my mom's side of the family.
You're Portuguese?
My mom's side of the family is Portuguese, yeah. But I would say,
Thought I
they
said
say
it wrong.
Portuguese, but they're really Cape Verdean. So West
Cape Ver-
African. They're
Cape-
just like
okay.
migrated to, well, Portugal kind of like, that whole situation. So Portuguese, Cape Verdean, really, but they say Portuguese too. But
That's cool.
I went there in 2011, and that shit changed the trajectory of my life. Like, fact, like no bullshit.
What do you think was the biggest imprint from that experience that came with you?
So I was
You
there.
can pour me up. It's gonna be a nice little story.
I was there on the one-way ticket.
Oh, I love that.
I did. So let me be completely honest. I've been doing acting and modeling since like 2011 as well.
Okay.
Don't tell me you went out there and somebody told you it was gonna be a Bollywood star.
No. So this is how I got there. I did an ad for AT&T, and I took the check and I bought a one-way ticket there. And a friend of ours, my cousin's friend, had come here to live with her from Spain on some student transfer stuff. So we knew her like kind of as a family friend. When I wanted to go, my cousin was like, okay, she has a friend out there that you could stay with, but she doesn't speak English.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, all right, cool.
Are you bilingual?
No, we use Google Translate. So I was like, we first spoke on Facebook, so it was easy because I could just copy paste or translate.
Right.
And we were able to set up a situation where she was like, you can come stay with me for however long you need to stay. And I took the opportunity. I'm like, all right, bet. I want to come like meet my family, work on whatever I need to figure myself out.
Right.
And we get there. I have a laptop. I don't have a phone. I bought a one-way ticket, so I got a little bit of money. And I'm going to stay with this girl I've never met who don't speak English, but I'm just trusting that she's a friend of a friend.
Right.
That's actually friendly.
That's actually cool enough to let me stay with her. And I got there, and it started off cool. I met her at a telephone pole in Barcelona. I was like,
It's really
I'm standing here, and I'm like, yo,
Interesting.
I'm leaving. I'm going to be at this location when I get off the plane. Like, meet me there because I won't have a phone.
This kind of like my Nigerian story.
And she
My
met me
Nigerian
there.
story is insane like that.
So you got to tell me it because it gets better. She met me there, and I'm like, cool, we starting off good.
Like, okay, step one.
She actually came.
Okay.
She had her phone, so we Google translated like the bus ride over to her space.
Okay.
That was cool. We kind of got to know each other.
So you didn't have a
Wait,
phone
because
at
you
all?
didn't have a phone. You only had a laptop. So I know you wasn't just standing in the streets of Portugal.
Correct. I think I may have used like either a stranger's phone or a payphone. I don't
Okay.
remember clearly to call.
Why would you go to another country?
Hey,
What-
things happen.
What happened?
I went to Nigeria.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I think I left the phone on purpose, to be honest, but I don't know.
You're trying to get away from somebody.
Trying to find
I
yourself.
was just trying
was
not
like, you was
to. I was trying to get away
looking
from everything, bro. Not from
okay.
somebody. Just like let me cut everything off and really put all my energy into doing like
Okay.
because
So
I
we
took a
get-
fashion for business, fashion for profit book. Like I had a goal in going there.
Right. Okay.
Like it wasn't just to
Oh,
be
you was on
willy
your
nilly.
love, pray, eat shit.
What's that?
Love, pray, eat. It's like a Sex in the City mantra.
Yeah, I guess
That
so.
like turned into a whole. It turned into a whole movie. You never heard of that movie, Love, Pray, Eat? I think it's with Julia Roberts. I am not good with white people. But,
I don't think I watched it, but I
but that was
went
her
there
whole
to
thing.
do like
she
a
had
bit-
like this whole disastrous life event. I actually never seen this movie. I'm just so good at listening that I can make it sound like I've done anything.
Well, I'ma
but
watch it.
people like that movie because it's one of them. I went on a trip to find myself. You know, Estella got her groove back.
Oh yeah, so that's. I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I guess I gotta like space for that type of thing because that's literally what it was. I was going to
Leaving
like,
your phone, that's crazy.
yeah, and I was sitting in there and all the people like I stayed. Okay, let me not fast forward. I got to her place, right? We stayed there. It was cool for like a week, and then she's like, "My parents are coming," and I had experience with this in college because I had a girl roommate in college at UNLV when I wasn't supposed to. So I was like, all right. When I was staying with her, she would just be like, hide your stuff when my people come so they don't know you're here. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I just need to make it look like I'm not here. And she was like, no, you can't be here. Oh. And I was like, well, I'm not from here. She was like, yeah, I know. And I was like, I don't have anywhere to go. She's like, yeah, I know, but you can't stay here. And I'm like, this is going bad.
Are you serious?
Yeah, this is like a week.
So where did you stay?
All right, so
He said, I'll get into it.
my aunt helps me find a hostel because I told I'm
Okay,
like,
they got
look, I go to like area where they have
got
Wi-Fi.
hostels there. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
everywhere got
Yeah, so I go to an area where they have Wi-Fi because I have the laptop. So I'm like, yo, I need to find somewhere to stay. I just got kicked out. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I don't know where to stay. They're like, all right, we'll figure it out. Just like call us back. And I'm like, all right.
Call back?
I'm going to stay here until
Stay
we work this
where?
out. I was in an area where they had Wi-Fi, so I could stay on my laptop.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
He just,
Did they have
I was just walking around Barcelona.
Wherever they had Wi-Fi, he was at.
I literally spent like 3 weeks.
Starbucks hopping, Jamba Juice hopping.
I spent like 3 weeks roaming Barcelona.
Where was you sleeping?
At the hostel after I left her.
Because the hostels be real strict, huh?
Yeah.
They be like, in by 7, out by 7 type of vibe.
Yeah, because they have new people every night. So you
Yeah.
basically have to book a new room every night. So it's like you got to take your shit with you and then come back. So
how much stuff did you pack? Like, how long did you? I know you bought a one-way ticket, but like, was it giving Doug funny? I'm just gonna wear this same thing.
it got to that point, but I had a duffel bag of clothes, so I'm like notorious for packing like just carry on, like that's my shit. So I just had a carry on worth of stuff. But I ended up getting to the Doug funny moment because
how you gonna wash, right?
No, because
Did you just like a random? You know, I am so crazy. I swear to God, nothing I'm about to say you have nothing to do with Barcelona, okay?
Go ahead.
Why in my mind, I just see you standing here rubbing a sheep and it's just like, bad.
What the?
A goat holder and it is not even a goat. I already said it's a sheep, but this story is unfolding insanely in my mind. It ain't even went nowhere yet.
It's playing like a movie right now.
It's still at the beginning.
We got time.
He already been walking around Barcelona on Wi-Fi for 3 weeks.
Yeah, but this is after, like, the first week was straight because I was staying with her.
The first week is always straight.
After I got kicked out, I finally find a hostel. And that was cool because, like, I ended up doing a bunch of cool shit, like performing out there on stage, like just rapping.
Wait, hold the fuck up. You went from... What the
homeless people do all kind of shit.
They do, bro. They do.
We still got footage of that shit.
There's footage of it. I was just rapping about what happened, like what I was doing. I'm like, yo, I'm lost, and I'm just saying shit. And people was like,
live band.
With a live band, they just playing live
in the
music.
basement, sitting on the tricycle. Oh my goodness.
I was like, this is cool, but I didn't sign up to do it. Like the hostel manager was like, oh, what do you do? Like, he just asked him, what do I do back at home? I'm
You
like,
lazy bum.
I make clothes, I make music. So he like, oh, we gonna go to the bar. So I'm just sitting there, out finally, like, kind of enjoying myself. And they like, Johnny, come up to the stage. And I'm like, okay, Johnny, let's go. And he like, no, that's you. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not going up there. He like, no, go. Damn. And I just was like, fuck it. They don't know what I'm saying anyway. They speak a whole nother language. So I'm just go up there and tell them what's going on right now.
Like, he said, I'm about to have the best venting session ever.
And the craziest part about that venting session, it was a guy from Denmark. And he was like another black guy, just which was more random, from Denmark. And he was like, bro, you know Tyga? And I'm like, yeah, actually that's my homie brother. He like, snapbacks? And I'm like, yeah. He like, I feel what you're saying, bro. Like, I'm going through everything you going through, my man. Like, I'm like, word? Like, you understood what I was saying? He was like, yeah.
You looking like, wait a minute.
I'm like, bro, I was just saying.
I my goddamn guts and somebody actually understood it.
I thought nobody, I was just up there talking about everything that was going on. And at that point, it was just like, bro, I fucking got kicked out. I'm out here by myself. I don't have no money. Like, I'm staying in a hostel. Like, this shit is weird. This
Snacks,
wasn't
where
the
was you
original
at?
plan.
When all this is going on, when he traveling through the valley of death, trying to look in his eyes and see where, like, what's next?
I was out here in the booth.
Oh no, my God!
Yeah.
You was out here.
In the booth trying to keep the brand alive. Doing
So how long were you gone before you realized what your vision was? Because that's like a long
Like
story.
6
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah. I don't want to cut off the story. I just really want to know where was he at because
He was out here.
I was
like
here.
you said, making
he
music
should have been
and
out
stuff.
here with one of them poster boards on Rosecrans, like donate money to get my friend back.
Yeah.
No, I put up to a couple
They might have been doing that. I didn't know.
Zoom sessions and shit. He had mom stressed. He had
Yeah, she was smoking like hella
wifey at the
cigarettes.
time stressed. His
Not
girlfriend,
Zoom,
like,
not family Zoom counseling.
bro.
Yeah.
They was
They was on my head.
And you just out here,
Bruh, that's-
sandals
Bruh,
on, toes out.
Some random
he done dumped off everything he had because he couldn't keep carrying everything around.
Well, that's the point. That's the part I was getting to. So after the hostel, like all that whole experience, they finally got in contact with my family in Portugal. So I'm like, all right, cool. I can finally go meet my family in Portugal. That was another reason why I came out here.
Right,
just to
right,
be
right.
like,
You just-
know, meet some more family. And we made contact with them. I left the hostel. But when I got to the airport, I was like, they're like, oh, you need your ID. And I'm looking, I'm like, I'm like, shit, bro, I know I put it in my bag. And that shit wasn't in there. And I missed the flight.
So you've been robbed abroad.
No, I didn't get
You
robbed. I
lost
just, let me not fast forward. I missed the flight. So I'm sitting there, no phone, no money. I only got my
ID.
laptop. Wi-Fi not free at the airport, so I can't call anybody.
Right.
So I'm like, damn, bro, what do I do? So to his point, I'm like, it's only one thing I can do, bro. I can't sit here in the airport for, a week or something? So I was like, all right, I got to walk back to the hostel. Like on the way the bus came on the freeway. So I was like, I'm not about to carry this whole bag. It's too heavy. So that's my Doug Funny moment. I went to the trash can and I was like, okay, what can I carry? I had my outfit I had on, which was like a red shirt. This is on YouTube, on my YouTube, me talking to the camera.
Are you
Like
you
being
vlogged this?
frustrated.
Yeah, he vlogged that shit.
Yeah, because it's
You
me.
got hits?
Nah, it's like 200 hits. It's not a lot, but it's me.
It's about to blow the.
It's me at the point of like, I'm looking at the camera
What?
like,
I'm gonna tag it. What's your?
First and
Johnny
foremost,
Fresco.
You know by now. So you
but it's called
recycle
Carry.
content. You
I
might
think
as
it's
well retell the
called.
story.
I think it's called Carry to Heavy Barcelona. The video, because in the video I'm that frustrated because I'm like this bag is too carry to heavy, and I'm like I'm that frustrated. I'm like heavy to carry. Like I'm like basically I'm about to throw away all my shit. And I'm like apologizing. I'm like, damn, I'm about to throw away my Fashion for Profit book that my lady gave me, my wife
Not
now.
the book.
I threw the book away because I'm like, what's the heaviest stuff, bro? I'm throwing away all the heavy stuff, all the stuff. I'm feeling like, bro, I'm gonna just take what I need, which was a bag of fruit that I had, a bottle of water, the outfit I had on, and a change of clothes. And everything else I threw away. And I start walking back on the freeway in Barcelona. Like the way the bus came, because I'm a visual learner. Even like out here, bro, they be like, where we going? I'm like, bro, when we get to the building right there, I know we got to get off. I don't know, but if I see it, I know. So I'm like, the best way I know to get back is just to follow the way the bus came on the freeway.
Right.
So I just threw away all my shit, and I got to the freeway, and I just start walking the opposite direction back on the freeway. And I ate all my fruit. I drank my water. A few hours went by. It was starting to, like, the sun was getting close to going down. I'm like, all right.
Was you off the freeway yet?
No, I was still on the freeway.
I knew you was gonna say
How long was the
that.
walk?
Shit, I don't know, bro. I just start walking. I don't even know. I couldn't look it up or nothing.
What about your laptop? You had your laptop, right?
I had my laptop. I didn't throw that away. I had the
okay. I'm like,
laptop.
wait a minute.
And then, so I'm like, that was the first time I always say this part, which is like, that was the first time I thought about living on the street for real. Because I was like, let me look for a place to sleep because it's looking like I'm going to have to like sleep on the street.
Right.
So I start looking, like I'm looking off the freeway, like that'd be cool if I had to sleep there. And then I seen a gas station. I seen a gas station, right?
Just looking off into the sunset.
Man,
I could just stay right there.
that's crazy.
That was kind of the
That's
situation. And then I seen a lady cleaning the gas pumps off the freeway.
I'm like, I'm gonna just take a chance. I just walked across. And I told her my situation. I'm like, do you speak English? Whatever. It was like a little bit. I'm like, look, I'm lost. I don't have no money. I'm trying to get back to Plaza Catalunya. Which direction? And she was like, well, it's that direction, but you ain't gonna make it before nightfall. You got like another hour or so. And I'm like, okay, which direction? Because I just told you I ain't got no money.
Right.
Unless I can use the phone. She's like, nah, you can't use the phone.
So you had like a life lesson, like
Bruh.
you really went through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
And
whole lot of energy to be like drained from.
Yeah, and she was like, you could catch the bus back. It'll probably take you like 20 minutes if you catch the bus. I'm like, I just told her I don't have no money. You have any? She's like, I don't got nothing for you.
Yeah.
And my neighbor, Chris, who's still our neighbor right now, my mom's neighbor in Gardina, he played football overseas. And before I left, he was like, bro, I went to all these countries. I still got these coins. I ain't never using this shit, man. He like, take them with you. I'm like, Chris, I ain't gonna use that shit. He like, man, just take it with you. I ain't gonna use it. I'm like, whatever, bro. I put that shit in a side pouch in my backpack and never thought about it again the whole trip. That moment, I was like, oh shit, wait a minute. I opened the side pouch and one of them was €1, enough to get on the bus.
Lucky nigga.
And I was like, yes, yes. I was like, shout out to Chris.
Shout out to Chris.
Shout out to
Real,
CP, bro. He saved me in that moment.
I think your story better than that movie. I've never seen that movie, but this story.
That's why we said, that's why I corrected myself. I said, yeah, we will make a movie.
Yeah,
'cause
we working on it.
We're going to make a
Yeah.
movie. I don't know what it's going to be, but we're going to
And
make
for
a
the
movie.
record, I did go to Nigeria with no phone and only
My
60
bad, I'm
American
sweating like
dollars.
crazy.
But I really got there and I stayed in a 5-star hotel and I was really like living good the whole time.
You trying to show
Oh, yeah,
this
you
shit?
I'm just saying.
for sure, because that was,
I'm just thinking, I'm like, I don't want you to be like your turn. Just like, nah, see, my story.
I was going to wait for your turn,
My
too.
story was sad in America. I got the hell out of here. I was like, I'm sticking my motherfucking $60 in my pocket. I lost my phone at a fight on New Year's Eve, and my flight to
my
Nigeria was on
God.
January 8th. It was gonna take too long for another card to come in the mail. And so I was like, I had 60 American dollars, stuck them in my sock. I said, I lost my ID in the club, but I got my passport. Flight already booked. I don't give a fuck if I gotta walk from Lancaster to LAX. I'll be in motherfucking LAX on January 8th.
Jesus.
That was on January 1st. When I say I spent the next 7 days, literally, I didn't have no phone because I lost my phone. I used, the reason I had $60 was because I had $200, but I had to use the $200 to buy a what is that? What's Walmart phone company called?
Track phone?
Yeah, track phone.
Yeah.
Mind you, Ham used track phone in Nigeria. I had to use the track phone to use the little bit of internet I could get to literally get on social media and beg all my friends for money.
That would have sounded like a scam.
Mike and Vinny,
That would have sounded like a scam.
I was just about to say,
Like, wait, what?
the fact that the thing that
Scam.
made it crazy was
Swipe
everybody
up on
knew
this.
that I was cool with the Nigerians, right? But everybody thought I was hacked. So they like,
I would have thought that too.
everybody
$20
thought I was
I'm going to
hacked.
Nigeria.
So nobody gave me no money. I really had to go out there with $60. But luckily, my homeboy that I was landing to out there, he had gave me his number, and I'm a very sociable person, so I ain't scared to ask somebody to use their phone. Like, if I see you whip out a cell phone, baby, you best believe before you can hang it up, I'm gonna be over there like, hey, I am champagne, you know, like American girl drink, you know, ooh, need to call home.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So that's how I caught them, and I ended up flying like from America to Nigeria with a track phone.
You had a round trip?
Yeah, I had a round trip ticket.
She shit.
And to make it
I'm like,
to make it worse, my round trip ticket started off as like a 10-day ticket, and I actually extended it an extra 12 days. I was having so much fun. I was like, I don't want to leave yet. I want to stay a little longer.
Yeah, that wasn't my situation.
That's all like,
Shit on your shit. When did you get back?
Yeah, so
Like
how long
6
was you-
weeks later. So I
So
went.
did you ever get to your family out there?
Okay, so I lost my phone. I walked
this
back
story
on
didn't
the
turn into a story.
Yeah, so I got on the bus and I did make it back to Plaza Catalunya, right?
Why haven't you did this on TikTok yet?
I don't know, man. I've
be
told
like,
this
this
story
is-
a few times, but
You have to
like,
put it on TikTok. This is where TikTok. This is there. Live with this. I'm gonna tell you how I got stuck in.
Yeah.
And you got
Bruh.
documentation?
Well,
Crazy.
and you already know the whole story, so.
I'm about to go on
I should do like
I'm about to
parts.
go on your
Yes.
YouTube,
Part
screen
one, part
record
two,
your
part
story,
three.
and then tell your story on my channel.
She about to
Like, let me tell y'all about
Tag me.
this. You gonna be looking at the views like, this is fucking crazy. This motherfucker girl stole my damn story.
So
It's giving me credit, but like stole, like
six
stole
weeks.
the transcript.
6 weeks in the country. When you got back, how did that make you feel when the relief when you got back? Because I know that shit was like.
Well, before even getting back, I just gotta make sure that the
Yeah,
first,
'cause we
the
still
first
don't know he
piece,
met his family.
our first website he developed while he was there.
Yeah, I was there. That's why I'm like,
She
I'm
was
trying
working
to,
still.
bro. I'm saying I
Shit was
wasn't
working
like
with the laptop
Yeah.
like this.
I went out there to do the fashion. So before I left Barcelona, like everybody at the hostel was going out, like they partying, they traveling, they got money and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm broke. I don't have no money. I'm here to do this business plan. So I'm sitting there just writing, doing the fashion for profit book, bro. I got a book, and I just would take a break and do like an hour walk around Barcelona, come back, do more work. Like that's all I was doing. They're like, bro, you gotta take. You've been like, can you take a break? I'm like, nah.
Focus.
So they're like, and then they like, come on. So I here and there I would step out, but for the most part I was doing that. I left. So that was always like on my brain while I was there. Like,
Right.
yeah, I was struggling, but I was trying to stay focused and do what I, came there to do. Like,
Right.
one, meet my family, but two, build, get this shit really going.
Right.
And like after, like I said, the bus ride, all of that, I get back to Plaza Catalunya and my wallet is there. So like I didn't lose it, I just left it there.
Oh, that's
But
good.
the hostel, to your point, is booked up. So there's no room for me to stay now. But I've become so cool with the owner that he like, bro, you can sleep in my office on the floor. So I'm like, bro, I was about to
so
sleep on the
fire.
street. So I'll take that.
lucky
Nigga, that's give me a pillow and a blanket.
Ankles
Nigga.
crossed. I
I
don't
don't
even
give a
need a pillow. Like, I'm about to roll up this other outfit.
I don't care how it go down. I'm inside.
Right? Like, I'm so glad I don't got to sleep on the sidewalk. Like,
So
oh my God,
I got my
crazy.
wallet back. So I'm like, now I can get another flight, which I did, but it was cold as fuck. Like I wasn't complaining, but it was cold as fuck on that floor, bro. And I caught the flu, or I just got super sick.
What?
So I got on a flight called Ryanair, which is like, if y'all Google it, it's like super wild. They was trying to put standing
Like
room.
Spirit.
They were worse. I would say worse than Spirit, but I don't know. I don't want to talk some shit that I don't know. But to my knowledge, I read an article where they were trying to put standing room on the airplane, so like a bus.
Oh yeah, they crazy.
So just imagine that.
Standing room.
Yeah, like you could buy a flight.
Like,
just
you
like,
just
so
holding the thing.
hold
Like,
on.
fuck it.
so playing.
They was trying.
Don't quote me on that, but I feel like I read that. So it was that bad. The flight was crazy. Like I was just sitting on the flight, like kind of sitting there listening to Wale, like what the hell is going on? I finally get there and I still don't have money. So I do get to Portugal, but I'm like, all right, I'm going to meet my family who, one, I don't know what they look like because I never met them. I never seen them.
Yeah, you ain't got a phone.
I've never spoke to them, nothing. My family at home.
Is it? Okay, I know this might
contacted
sound like
them.
an ignorant question because you already told me that your family is Cape Verdean, which obviously is a place in Africa. But
Off the coast of West Africa.
thank you. But is there a large presence of them in Portugal?
I believe so.
Or are
'cause
you
I-
just like running around with white people?
I think
Portuguese people. Sorry, I would not even do y'all like that.
I think there's a large population of them because
No, I'm saying while you was
am I
you
running
was
into
standing
Cape
there.
Verdean?
No, like was it other black? See, now I gotta say it the ignorant way. Was it other black people around you when this was all going on?
The guy from Denmark
You
was
see how I was
black.
trying so bad?
Yeah.
Because you only
No,
named
you-
like
you gotta put it to be
was
straight like
was
that,
It
'cause
black
I don't-
people in the hostel,
Nah, I don't think so.
I'm trying to see like what the culture shock was because you already given us like this crazy story. So it's like, dang, and these ain't even like yo people or like possibly
not at
yo
all.
people or
Not at all. None of them
fourth remove yo people. Nothing though. These are just regular Portuguese people and
that I meet.
touring foreigners.
That I meet. My family in Portugal that I meet.
No, I'm saying the people
Just
that
wait there,
that
just
are in the
in general.
hospital.
Oh no! I think I've
Just in
seen.
general.
I think I've seen maybe a handful of black people. I was
Okay.
definitely like a sore in the mud, like
Yeah, like
sticking out.
like a sore thumb sticking
I
out.
mean, to
yeah.
the point where at the hostel, one girl, white of course, was like, "Can I sleep next to you?" And I was thrown off. She was like, "No, not like that. I've just never seen a black person before. I just want to be able to go home
You
and
got
tell
some
them."
money?
I should have.
Right? You got
some
I
money?
wasn't thinking like that, but I
Like,
should
you're not about
have.
to exploit
She
me
was
just
trying to.
because you want to
She was
sleep
trying to have
next
tantric sleep with him.
Yeah, she was just like, I want to sleep next to you to be able to tell my friends I like slept next
You
to a
got
black
some
guy.
money?
I'm like, pull up a cot, like it's
Oh,
whatever. It's whatever, bro. We not finna do nothing.
You make
like,
sure you say that
I
part in the
would've,
movie too.
Yeah, we
You
not
make sure
finna
that
do
you be
nothing.
like, and
Got
this
some money.
Portuguese woman asked me, could we lay?
I don't know. She wasn't even from Portugal.
that
I think
night,
she was from
we
like
laid.
she was from somewhere crazy too, like far away. Like, I
Oh,
don't
she
know.
had some black men.
She wasn't from there though. She was for
If
sure.
she
like,
wasn't from there, and she's just out traveling, laying up next to black people, she had some black people before.
She might have, but she
She ain't nowhere here. I'm in a foreign country. Stand up
but
next to a 6 foot
oh.
tall black man.
6'3", 6'4".
Man, you'd be surprised.
Talking about I just want to tell my friends I've laid next to a
And
black
I was-
man.
it threw me
Nah, She
off.
was hoping that what
'Cause I'm
they
thinking-
say is true. Morning wood is real.
No, I wasn't even thinking nothing like that.
I'm
Cause
sure
I'm like,
what you wasn't thinking.
I'm trying
but
to be cool,
This is just
and
too
I don't
crazy.
have no like. I'm like, I ain't even in the mindset to be like on nothing like that. Like honestly, I'm just like, bro, I'm doing bad right now, so I'm just like,
you and
That's
all
what
that.
I'm saying.
It is
Look
what
at
it
his little
is.
dirty, funky ass. Been having these clothes on since the other end of the freeway.
Seriously.
And she talking about, I want to just tell my friends I laid with a black
Hey,
man.
it happens. I was
that's
Her
what
name Karen.
that was the point of like that was the shock for me, like being
is
out there and just like shit like that
crazy.
happening, where it's like, bro, this is
No, they
weird.
do
This-
say that people be like,
This kind of
so obsessed with
weird,
black
and
people.
people just looking at you like you like, you know, they
Was
just
you taller
staring.
than everybody? I just
Yeah.
actually realized how tall you was. So
Yeah.
and most people outside of Americans are like,
Yeah, so they, you know, looking at you like you're a ball player or something
I
like
was gonna
that.
say, was people asking for your autograph?
I don't
Will
think I
Smith,
don't think I
Will
got
Smith.
asked for my autograph at all. But it was I was so we don't like so I don't get stuck because my mind be scattering. After I get there off the plane to Portugal, I still don't have any money, right? And I get in a cab, and the cab driver takes me to this address that's supposed to be my family's address, and I'm like, yeah, sure, bro. I don't know.
Great.
Like, that's the address, so take me there. And it seemed like he drove around a bunch of places because he was talking to friends. Like, he pulled over, talked to some homies, like, did a couple. I'm just like, as long as you get me to where we going, bro, I don't know. But I see them, I'm watching the meter because I'm like, bro, I don't have no money. So we get to
now why you doing all this extra shit?
and we get to the location, and he like, all right, we here. This your family? I'm like, yeah, bro. If you say that's them, then like,
Not
if you say we here,
that's them.
like if you say we here, we here. I don't know.
Interesting.
He's like, all right, this is what it costs, and I'm like, I put out my little Capital One like unsecured card, which probably had like $500 on it at the time, and I'm like, I looked at it and I prayed on it. I said, look, dog, just enough for the cab ride. That's it. I don't overdraft fee, extra. I don't care at this moment. Just spit out.
Because you got to get out the cab.
Just spit out enough for the cab so you don't be looking for me. And that happened. Like whatever happened with Capital One, enough came out so I could pay them. My family was
How much
right
was
there.
it though?
I think it was like maybe 40. What is it?
Oh,
whatever
okay.
they euros or something.
But
like
how much
that.
was the US?
Maybe
You
like
really be
50
asking people the
bucks,
craziest
maybe 40
numerical
bucks.
problem numbers.
But
Yeah,
to me,
nah, because he said 500. I'm thinking like, oh, he about to
Yeah,
max
he
it
about to
out.
get-
yeah, no, it was close. If not already maxed out, because on the trip I didn't have like I used everything
Right,
at that
right.
point. So
You
I literally was like, I don't care, bro.
Right.
I'll take whatever hit it is. I'll deal with that when I get back. And my family was there, and this is the first time like I realized like how family interacts, because I never met them, I never knew them, they never knew me. But
Right.
the minute I met them, they made me vegetarian food, they gave me medicine, I had a bed, like I literally automatically start feeling better. And they took care of me, I had a place to sleep. Maybe within a day or two I felt better. My cousin's like, all right, man, I'm gonna start taking you around when you get better. And I'm like, all right. He was a computer engineer, so his computer was connected to his TV, and it's a 9-hour difference. So I was up at night when he was asleep. So that's when I was coding the website for Dead Fresh Crew when he was asleep. Because I'm like, man, I don't have shit to do. So I just started, I'm like, fuck it, he got a computer right here. I'm gonna just start building a website. And I started doing a big cartel, connected it to Tumblr. That was like the first version of our website, a Tumblr blog with a little shop button. You gotta find it, go like, we worked it out. And that's like, this is gonna come full story, but I built a collage. You got my wallet? I did this collage in Barcelona, sitting on his couch. Oh, this snack's wallet. Where you at?
You got the wrong wallet. Y'all got the same wallet?
Yeah, we made the wallet too. Hey.
Oh, that's. I thought that was baby. Like, you niggas out here wearing baby. Y'all got your own shit.
Yeah, that's Dead Fresh, baby.
Come on, man.
Write your own destiny.
All right, come on now.
So this collage right here, I did that in Barcelona, sleeping on my cousin's couch, and that's highlighted. I just Googled highlighted moments from 1986 because again we were collaging together like the dopest moments I thought. And that was the background for our Tumblr. And shit, that was the first version of a website. We sold a shirt. Shout out to the homegirl Hartesia who went to Gardina with us. She bought the first ever shirt. I'll forever remember that.
Dope.
And I was like, shit.
It's hard to believe that, but I mean to remember that, but that's dope.
Yeah. I was like, shit, we gotta go home and make it.
Not the shirt didn't exist.
And I was like, damn, how am I make it back home? And so that was like that I would say like that's like, oh man, that's
your
huge.
website was launched while you were still in.
Yeah, I coded it and launched it in Barcelona, sleeping on my cousin's couch, broke as fuck in Portugal.
Because I heard you said, damn, I got to go back home and make the shirt. I'm like, go back home? Wait, you still ain't at home
yet? The homegirl from Gardina
bought,
she was our first customer. She bought a shirt for $25.
That's fire. Oh my God.
I was like,
$25
I was like, oh man.
Even that was a reach. Like, you want $25?
I thought that was crazy at the time too. Because I was like, it's a one color t-shirt. Like just a print on the front, nothing super spectacular. And
it's still dope.
She bought it. I was like, shit, bro. I'm in a whole, I got to like figure out how to make it now.
First sale? I mean, first internet sale, correct?
First internet sale on deadfreshcrew.com. Yep.
That's fire. And y'all started a Big Cartel. That's the OG gangsters right there.
Big Cartel and Tumblr was the first, the front version. And
y'all was ahead of y'all time too. I never got into Tumblr.
Me neither, really.
Tumblr was a shit.
Yeah, Tumblr was.
I heard
Tumblr was like how I am for Reddit now.
Shit.
Like I tell people, like if you ain't up on Reddit, like
he was fucking with the Tumblr. My focus on the brand was growing the brand name.
Yeah,
and that was with music. We formed the group. I was working with my big bro, Booby, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Making sure the name was on, making sure anytime we was on stage, I had the shirt on.
Yeah.
Making sure anytime I was on stage, I was yelling it out. Like, that was the main thing for me. And
that's fire.
His whole time was designing, development, trying to figure out the business aspect. And shit, I'm just there to support, get my input, share my ideas. Like I said, he the one that can draw. My drawings and shit. I can doodle it and say, bro, this is what this is supposed to be, and then he'll take it.
I see how you got the name Snacks. You just got a little bit off. Like,
no, I'm not a lot to offer,
I'm a big part.
But it's just,
I just gotta. No, you know, like, 'cause people love snacks. Don't love now. Snacks mean a lot. They mean a lot. Like, but you know, they're just like little things that mean a lot. Like,
but it was like that was the whole thing, like keeping the brand name alive while trying to figure it out, cause it took a minute for it to really start flowing.
Right.
But to keep the name, at least, you know what I'm saying, out there with a name where people can hear it, they're like, okay, whether they knew it was from the music or from seeing it on the T-shirt, they know the name. So that was like the main.
That's a crazy story. First of all, like that whole little journey for it. Now it's coming full circle. Right. From here, like now that it's been, what year was that?
2011. Summer.
2011.
August 2011.
Yeah. So
how long did it take for y'all to make it to where it was like, okay, this is what we doing for sure?
That moment for me was a big pivotal one because like I said, I was acting too. So at that point, like I didn't quit acting, but I was like, man, I think I see where I need to put my focus. And that's like when I came back, that was a big point. Like, let me actually make this shirt that I saw and then like start to figure out how to do more. And
I think it was around the same time for me too, because that's when the music started really getting serious for me.
yeah.
I was doing it all the way up from around the same time. We started all of this shit around the same amount of time.
It's just different branches.
It's just different, but I think around then is when, well actually no, it might have been like 2009 for me, where I was trying to really make the name of just a brand name. Cause just opportunities was coming and I was realizing, all right, I'm kind of good at this shit. So I think from 2009 to 2013 for me personally was the years where I was looking at it like this can actually be something. And 2013 for me was the year where I was like, it gotta be something. And yeah, so probably from 2009 to 13 was my years of believing, and 2013 was like, we gotta make something shake with this shit for sure.
Right. And yours is around...
I would say 2011, bro. That was when I came back from that trip. It was different. I was a different person.
For sure.
Did you rebuy that book?
The Man's Search for Meaning? No, I never got lost.
No,
The Passion Profit book? No, I didn't. I didn't. I apologize because my wife now gave it to me. It was her book, and I was like, I'm gonna take it to go. I gotta go do this, and like she wasn't feeling that. She's like, "Oh, you going away from me and stuff like that." And I'm just like, "Dude, I got like," and it was her brother who was like, "Dude, go. Like, don't whatever she say, go." And I was like, "All right."
You gotta get that book back.
I do gotta get that
I'm
back.
thinking that like, damn, I know I ain't having either.
That'd be dope if you just out of the blue just have that book.
That would be dope, bro, because that book mean like it was pivotal in what went on. Even that, I mean, just to end that story correctly. After doing that website, my cousin just took me around a little bit, and I always try to make it not always, but I want to make it a point to say this. I had a vision board before I went on that trip, and I put Portugal on there. I just Googled landmark in Portugal. This Belém Tower came up. I put that tower on my vision board. I didn't know what the hell it was. I never seen it. Didn't know what location in the city. I just knew it was in Portugal.
Right.
And if I made it there and I seen that, I have been to Portugal.
Right.
When I got there and met my cousin after doing the website and everything, he was like, I'm gonna take you around like I told y'all. He took me to the oldest church first in Portugal. And that's the first thing that changed me before I got back, because I saw a statue there and it was Jesus. And I was standing there and I was like, bro, looking at the Asians, looking at the whites. And I'm like, we the only two black people in here, bro. Am I tripping? Or do he look like me and you? And they don't care? Or do they care and they just say, you know, like, this just new to me? He like, I mean, I see what you see. And that only is solidified because he know my other cousin just went and visited our family that I went to go visit out there this year. And I asked her, I said, did you go to the church? And did he take you? And she said, yeah. I said, you saw Black Jesus? She said, yeah. And he was like, oh shit. And I was like, okay.
It just
I can
tells you more
justify it.
about the whitewashing in America.
So I came back and it was just like, bro, my mind was blown because I'm like, I've seen a picture like around like of the Black Jesus in, you know, different black households, but this is a statue, and he told me this is the oldest church in Portugal. So nigga, didn't nobody change this. Like this is as is right here.
Right.
I don't see this where I be at, bro. Like this. So that was one. Two. After that, he took me to the Belém Tower. I never told him I wanted to go there. I never mentioned it. I never told him about a vision board. I never said anything to him whatsoever.
You just was like, all right, let's go.
The next place after, he took me there, and when we walked up there, it was so fucking weird because the minute we walked up, he walked away from me. Like, he didn't say nothing to me. As soon as we walked up, he walked away. And I was like, what you doing? He like, I just feel like you need to be alone. I'm like, I was just blown up. I'm like, all right, bro. I'm blown away because I'm like, no fucking way, bro. I'm looking at the tower like, no way. And I went and grabbed a rock like, I got to keep this, bro. This is nuts. And I get back to him and I'm like, bro, why you walk away? He was like, I feel like you need to be alone, bro. I just felt like some energy or something. I was like, you know what's crazy? I put this on my vision board. I said if I came here, I would have been to Portugal and I would have met my family. I said,
dope.
you brought me here. He was like, you believe in omens? Like, yeah, sure, what is that? He was like signs of good things to come. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. And he was like, well, peep this. This tower is on a boat dock. And the name of that boat dock is Doca do Boom Sucesso, which means the dock of great success. And I was like, fuck yeah. I'll take it, bro. And that was like probably the end of my trip right there, like towards the end of my trip. And I just went back home like,
I'm ready to do this.
Like,
like,
damn,
yeah,
I got
bro.
everything I was supposed to get.
Yeah,
I done went through like probably the most challenging stuff I can think of, like to that point in my life. And I came back home and I could tell the story. Like I was about to sleep on the street. I lost my wallet, like all the shit. And I came back and I still like kind of focused on a little bit of what I was supposed to do, like a bunch of different stuff. And that shit, it sparked like a different revolution inside of me. For sure.
That's
So
dope.
that changed
passion.
me.
Passion is important with any project.
Man.
Yeah.
Passion in any project.
Passion and them stories and the moments is good to have to fall back on when you're in those moments where you're not sure.
I did cut the AC.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I sweat anyway, bro. So that's it.
It's perfect for those moments when you have, because like in developing or trying to grow a company or a brand in general, you always had those times where it's like, fuck, do I want to keep doing this shit? Or do you like,
Right, you got to cut up.
because it's so long before you even see a glimpse of what profit could even look like. It's like, I'm just pouring into this, and am I ever really gonna get something back? So outside of us both having each other to be there when like he not feeling it, me being there to be like we gotta keep going, or when I'm not feeling it, he like we gotta keep going. Also having those moments to fall back and remember is kind of like, all right, I didn't go through that and
To just
have
stop
that
now,
to just cop now, because
Yeah.
like my moment wasn't as crazy as his, but mine's came at a point where it was like, I think mine's would have been like 2013 when I was saying like maybe 2-3 weeks before my first daughter was born. I think I lost my job I had for like 6 years that I was basically using my money to pour into the brand into. Got my truck stolen. Like everything all happened within like, well, the truck stolen and the job loss was back to back, like day before each other. And then that shit, and it was also the year where California had cut off the unemployment. You only had 6 months. It wasn't no extensions, it wasn't no nothing. So you get 6 months and that's it. My main thing was when I got fired was like, I'm not finna just go get another job like this. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, but I gotta figure something out because I'm about to have a baby.
Oh, so that's why you was like, this shit gotta shake.
Something gotta shake. First thing I did was sign up for recording school. I'm like, ain't no money coming from a nigga going to school, but it's something to come out of this
So
shit.
what came out of that? Because that's a whole nother story. We gonna keep. I will dive into that. I'm gonna dive into this shit.
But it was like, bro, it was just like, do something. You know what I'm saying? Do something that's going to help further this plan, this mission. And
Check something off the list.
yeah, just get something going that works towards what you aspiring to do. And I think that kind of kept him kind of motivated, just like to see me going through that shit at the time. Like, all right, let me try to, because bro is one of them people like, and I think I'm the same way too, but just to speak on somebody else, he one of them where if it's like family or somebody that's close that's going through something, trying to figure out something for you.
Yeah.
Without handing you something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So by us both being, like both being indebted in this plan, it's like, let me figure out how I can make this shit to where, bro, not only can get his spirits and shit up, but you know what I'm saying, feel like we got something to push towards. So he started making shit happen. That's when we went from, well, it was probably a little bit before, we went from paying to get our screen print shit to him figuring out just how to screen print. You know what I'm saying?
That's the best way to do it. You cut the middleman out. That's where your money. That's where your money going to.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's where you finesse your brother for the uniform gig.
Finesse, yeah.
Oh,
I guess you
God.
could say finesse.
He the one that described it in such a way.
I mean, yeah,
think so.
I wouldn't say fully finesse though, because Big Bro's still right there. So, like,
Yeah, he still do everything for us, but I definitely like tried to figure out a way to, in my head, make it
to
like,
start getting that production
make it
going.
make sense. Like, look, bro, if I do this for you, then
It's gonna all work out.
yeah.
yeah.
I think that's
So,
dope.
Yeah.
what would y'all say y'all like first big year was?
This year that just passed.
After all this time, y'all been grinding and hustling and
So I'm glad my nephew is here because he grew up with it. He's
Yeah.
22, so he grew up watching us do this shit forever.
I would say the pandemic year because Big Don handed out them stimmies, had people cashing out online.
Yeah,
And then,
that was a good year for sure.
Last year, for sure, with the Kobe tea, and the year prior to that, with us actually getting outside. So, by
Well,
us not having no brick and mortar, doing pop-ups, kind of helped grow the
I was
brand
just
and
about to ask,
help
so
grow
y'all
the
did,
brand
like,
in
the
another way.
pop-ups?
yeah,
Because
I see
For the
y'all
last 2
at Hot Water
years.
Cornbread too.
yeah,
I
so
see y'all there.
that doing that was pivotal because for one, for us, we didn't know how many people recognized the brand. So they were able to come and put a face to the brand, see that we real people, motherfuckers they can really conversate with, get information from, like, you know what I'm saying, and just
that was my move when I DM'd that page. I already knew
yeah,
who was a part of it, but I didn't know you.
Yeah,
It was more so like that was my main thing. Like I know what their first, I know the brand. Booby said all the time. I know you stayed with it. Well, I was talking to you when I got the information for the slippers, right?
yeah.
So I knew about the brand. So, but to hear the story behind it, it's like it's everything coming full circle now. So
Yeah.
I appreciate the brand even more now because
Yeah.
I built brands myself, so I understand what you got to do and how you got to move.
I think that's a part of what made these last 2 years our biggest years because people was able to come and kind of have the same like approach. Like I've seen it, I've heard about it, but talking to y'all, just hearing y'all, and then like I said, most of our pieces earlier, I said most of our pieces have stories behind it. So one of our big pieces prior to the Kobe shirt was the 86 shorts, which is a replica of that first Tumblr background.
okay. That premium
So telling people the story,
that story
it's like
we just told y'all,
a piece
but like
of that's
a faster
version of that story.
The elevator pitch story.
Yeah, and then just telling them like, you know, the Write Your Own Destiny story, the level of power and fame is just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I know that y'all not just trying to bullshit me. Y'all not trying to sell me no clothes.
Right.
Right? It's more so of
It's a story.
tell you the
behind it.
story, bro. If you know,
So I got
you
one
fuck with the
question, not
story.
to cut you off.
Yeah.
Is this your first interview?
Nah.
we've done a few already.
This might. I don't know if this is as far as me. I don't know if this might be the first one that's actually like based around our story. Most because like some of the interviews we went on, like they have like not necessarily they already have a program they run. Like they show might be about a certain thing where they'll ask you certain questions about the brand, and then it's more so a following.
I'm not even asking none of the questions.
Yeah, that's how
on camera.
You just let us
I don't even remember the questions. That's how bad it is. but
No, it's
like,
more so-
I'm letting it flow.
Yeah, it's more
That's
so.
what it's
I think
about.
we're more so getting out the story right here.
I
as
just need
opposed
another
to
drink at this point.
Nah, go for it, man. I appreciate it, man.
I get another jump. You gonna ignore me?
'Cause we,
she's like, we gonna get 2 or 3. We gonna, you know, we got a rule. 3 drink minimum sometimes, depending on who.
He said sometimes we going up today.
Nah,
We
Yeah,
going to Vegas.
I appreciate the storyline. I appreciate the brand more now. Just hearing it, like,
yeah, appreciate that.
I've built Loyalty
Yeah.
University.
Yeah.
Now I have a luxury brand that I'm doing. Fansetto,
Yeah.
Fancy Ghetto is from the.
Oh, that's hard though.
You know how it is when you in the hood and you just like the Jordan stories. Everybody want to go get them Jordans, but your pockets ain't where they need to be at. But you still fly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So the Fansetto is like the fancy ghetto.
Hey, that was kind of what I was saying out there with in high school, like I used to look at the GQ and it's like
Lupe got on that
this is just a $6,000 outfit. I don't even have a job, nigga, but I know that I can go in somewhere and find a shirt.
You go to Old Navy and throw that shit on.
Something like that. I can find something that look like this, and I'm gonna make that shit where it's like you almost got that shit. The niggas that know what that shit is know that it ain't that, but to everybody else, nigga, this that Chrysler 300.
Yeah.
I ain't sitting next to the Bentley, nigga, so don't trip.
So you're the crafter. You gonna create it. So you would develop like the ideas. You have a lot of the
I think
design and vision, or both of y'all do a lot of the.
I think
because I know you said that like I think you said the shirt you have on is a part of like a particular series.
Yeah, it's a collection.
The last few
we working on.
collections that came out was him, so I can't say I'm always like.
I think it's a collective thing that we just do. We both do it. He's just actually the one that fucks with Photoshop
Like
and
the
fucks with
graphics
Illustrator
and
and all of that stuff. Like I don't do hands on with that like that. I can divvy around it. I can do just enough to where he know exactly what to do with
Yeah,
it. You know what I'm saying?
You just give him the ideas.
But then he's still
you
gonna put his twist on it. Like it ain't just gonna be
you
what
got
I
it?
did.
Let me see what I can.
Yeah, for sure. He gonna fine tune it for sure. It's like an engineer. And an
What
artist.
is like y'all? Because I see y'all got a variety. I just seen the wallet. I seen the shoes.
That's him.
I seen the hoodies
I
and
got a
shirts.
question about the shoes.
Yeah, let's get into it. Cause yeah, go
I
ahead.
heard y'all
I'll
got
take
sued
another
by
one of them,
Nike.
too.
Is that true?
Nah, we ain't getting
You
no.
said what?
I said I heard y'all got sued by Nike. Is that true?
Nah, we ain't getting no
No.
lawsuit.
I can
Yeah,
see
I heard that y'all had a y'all called a big infringement. Well, not sorry, but that's just what I heard. I'm not very familiar with y'all brand and stuff, so I was like doing some light research, and I came across something that was saying that y'all had like an infringement case, an infringement suit. No.
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, they ain't served us with no papers.
I ain't saying you lying. Trust me, I read stuff on the internet that's not true all the time. That's why I was like, oh, let me ask
Not to
them.
my knowledge, to the best of my knowledge, and again, I could be wrong. I went through it, and Blue Ribbon Sports and Asics had a case over the Cortez. Because Blue Ribbon, Asics produced the shoe for Blue Ribbon, who's now Nike. And the best of my knowledge, in the court case, they trademarked the name Cortez, but not the silhouette.
Oh, okay.
I mean Cortez, I'm sorry. For the Olympics that year, because that's when they debuted them at the Olympics in Mexico, I think. And,
So I see a lot of y'all brands have like representation or like people physical faces and stuff. Kobe face. That's that's y'all like just had to study the laws around that. Or what?
Yeah, somewhat.
Basically.
I was finna say it's a percentage thing. I think what is it?
I think I just listen to Virgil, bro. He said when he designed, he changed 3% of any design because he don't want to do too much extra work. So I figured,
Virgil the king.
I just was like, I heard that on YouTube. I'm like, 3%, bro. That's like me taking the Kobe shirt, taking the LA logo off the Dodger and putting our LA logo because it has a Harpo star in it. So like, that was the small tweak, and most people just miss that until I'll be like, oh, look at the LA, and they like, oh shit, I didn't even, and I'm like, yeah, bro, we changed it. So it's just small, subtle stuff like that where it's like
Her
that's the
RYOD
change,
pin
bro.
on her jacket. You know
That's
what I'm
the
saying?
3%. You know what I'm saying? Just like the little
just
something.
enough to where it's not the same image we're not using. Still
And it's just
image.
taking, and it's really
cold though.
He got a Dead Fresh polo on, or even the Cameron shirt. Like, it's little stuff that we still pulling from past stuff and that we've done, like, or people we met, because the Cameron shirt, if you look on his hand, he has an RYOD tattoo, but that's just a tattoo I ripped off the homie and put it on his hand so the photo could be more original. So it's just like, I just photoshopped the tattoo off my homie hand that say RYOD and put it on the Cameron hand. So now you look like you holding the phone with RYOD.
That's lit.
Just enough to where it's
That's
like,
fire.
you know what I'm saying? This ain't the image, but
So we just tweaking it, and then the back is where, like, I was listening to Bari on YouTube, and he was saying like, oh, we designed V-Loan from the back of the shirt to the front.
And
Oh, that's fire.
when we saw like other people, that's where the tour came in too, doing the flea markets, because we were able to like scout the market, right? Like the local market. And it's like, oh, you doing that, you doing that. Oh, y'all putting quotes on the back. Oh, you putting this on the back. Well, what do we have that stands out that's different from everybody else?
Right.
Well, the D logo, nobody can put that on the back of nothing. Let's put that on the back. And that's where that came from. It's like, we're going to design from the back. We're going to make sure the D logo on the back is stupid. And then whatever we put on the front is just a extra.
Extra.
Yeah.
That's lit.
That's fire. That's
It's
cool.
inspiration.
I like the way that y'all developed a full visual idea for y'all brand. I think that's so interesting, so comforting and warm and fuzzy. Like, ooh, I like, you know, like it make you feel like you're very connected to the brand. You know, especially for people who hear the story and
that's the whole pitch, though. It's the lifestyle, man.
Yeah, I was just about to say it gives very lifestyle brand.
That's definitely what it is.
So even when he said like the wallet, it's like it make you be a part of one of them legacy brand. That's what I want to say. It's a legacy brand. So like I could see people who started with the brand still being in love with the brand,
and we do,
and then like influencing other people who like, hey, what is that you got on? They like, oh, this some shit. Like I had this one for years, but I heard they dropping new shit all the time apparently now.
We had a dude at the pop-up come and he was like, bro, I remember I got something from y'all in like 2012.
Yeah.
And we was like, for real? Where is it? Like, we can bring it.
Man, I got something.
He was from like Atlanta or something like that too.
That shit was crazy, but he was rocking for that long, and it's like, bro, you don't understand. Like, to your point, bro, it's so many people who started, stopped, ain't around no more. Like, he like, bro, y'all still doing this shit? That shit crazy. We like, yeah.
I watched your TikTok. Like, he's still rocking,
bro.
Still rocking, bro.
And like you said, with the lifestyle thing, that's always kind of been the motivation. Like even since like the party thing, it was like people knew like if you had the shirt on or something.
Then you been to a Dead Fresh Crew party.
Even that is just, I know if you rocking with that you ain't.
You mess with them.
You solid. You fucking with them, because even if I'm from this side of the tracks and you from that side of the tracks, I know that right there, we can connect on that. So you know what I'm saying? I know if you fuck with them that you ain't all the way on the bullshit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? And that was always a plus, you know what I'm saying, for us, because like to this day, it's a whole generation, at least, you know what I'm saying, for sure from our neighborhood and some of the surrounding neighborhoods that didn't necessarily get along. It's a whole generation of homies that fuck with niggas from the other side because of being around us, like because of what we had going on, and they built them connections then to where it really was like as rare as it is now in 2024, but even back to like 2009, 2008 to up and now, where beefs wasn't being shot out. If it really was an issue, they was actually meeting up and squabbing, like, you know what I'm saying, on some man shit and walking off with it, and being able to still pass you on in the streets and have respect, because I fuck with you, you fuck with them my niggas, and I know they ain't on no setting up shit, they ain't trying to get us over here to get us, you know what I'm saying, it's all love, and that shit, it's still like, it's staying, you know what I'm saying, and some of the younger dudes is catching on to it, because you still got some real homies that'll teach their young homies, like, nah, that's, you know what I'm saying.
That was gonna be my next question too, just to not to cut you off. But
yeah.
Like, two questions actually. First, I'm gonna ask what are y'all dream collabs?
Ooh.
What's a dream collab?
Ooh, dream collab.
Yeah.
Now listen, we talked about it before. Wordy right.
I don't even know if I ever thought about that.
For me, for fashion, for sure, for real.
Oh yeah, I would have to say that too.
For real.
A dream collab?
Yeah, because I almost had not even almost, I had an internship with BBC. I just didn't have nowhere to live.
You didn't have no cousin?
Shout out to Randy. Yeah, I was supposed to go to New York. I didn't know nobody in New York.
I was in the subway.
But I was like, shit, I was supposed to have an internship with BBC for sure. And I couldn't figure out nothing. And I was supposed to be in school. And I wasn't in school.
Which camera is this camera?
So I tried to enroll in LA Trade Tech real quick.
Send your message to Pharrell right now. Let him know you still looking for him, you still working, and you can afford to pay for your own place to stay now.
Pharrell, what's up? I can come wherever you at. This my boy Snacks.
Yeah, we coming.
He in Aries, he do music too. So you already know you need to link up with that. My bro is a musical genius. I'm a fashion genius, and I think we can swap those here and there at times. So bro, we like a collective you can really rock with. And like, this is the pitch, bro. Like, you can find us, you can check out the stuff and see, like, we really
Tell them
doing
who you are.
wallets. We really doing shoes. We really doing our own clothes, producing them from scratch,
Facts.
designing,
Facts.
air fresheners, stickers,
Facts.
rugs,
Facts.
hats, socks.
Facts.
I mean, anything, bro. At this point, there's nothing that we can't make.
That's a fact.
We got the spark. Where the gas at, bro? Because we ready to turn it into a flame.
And now thinking
We
about
already
it too,
got
I don't think I ever had a dream collab, but as far as like growing a brand, I always wanted the D to be like as big as the McDonald's arches.
Lit. Yeah.
So like I got development plans, like hotel ideas, I got,
That's lit.
you know what I'm saying, film like ideas, all kind of from entertainment to, like I said, to development to, I got restaurant ideas, I got fruit snacks ideas, I got all kind of ideas, you know what I'm saying?
So-
all shit to tie into what we're doing here. So.
So I want to make sure that I give you opportunity to highlight your story too. So you went to recording school. Just give us not the fast version, because I want all the highlights, but how did that go? How did deciding that you just ain't gonna have no job, you gonna hopefully sell a couple of more t-shirts and go to school where you don't get paid to follow your dreams?
Yeah, I'm gonna really speed through this because I don't want to make it a 5-hour pod, but
We had like 1.5.
for sure, recording school.
1.5. Yeah, we good.
Okay, so how I got into recording school, first I had no aspirations of learning how to record or be an engineer. I wanted to go for production.
Not to cut you off. You been to my house, huh?
Um,
In Compton.
I think so. I think
you
I
been in my
have.
studio.
I wanted to do production. Before I ever wrote a song, before Booby convinced me that I could rap and showed me how to write raps, I always wanted to produce. My sister, when I was in like 10th grade, she had some friends that been in production since the 90s and worked with Dre and everything. These was her junior high school homegirls. And they was the first ones to allow me into their studio. So they let me into the studio, put me on the MPC, let me make some beats. This is like 10th grade. And that first moment in there, I was like, oh, I want to do this shit forever. Like, I want to make beats. You know what I'm saying? So I went through the rest of high school. For sure. I went through the rest of high school. I didn't get to go to the studio on a regular, of course. This was before Pro Tools and shit like that, so it wasn't. Motherfuckers was still playing big budgets to be in the studio. It wasn't just something you can just go to Best Buy and get the shit to do.
Yeah.
So we was having house parties and shit. We get faded and I start freestyling, and the homie started like, nigga, you can really rap. I'm like, what? Like, I can't rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I started doing that, and then fast forward to me losing the job and everything, I'm like, well, I want to learn how to actually really make beats. So I go to LA recording to school. I want to be a producer. Yeah, not just make beats. I do want to produce. I want to do all aspects of production.
Right.
But I'm going into the school, and when I go to do the tour at LA Recording School, they're not offering a degree for the production program. So, but they are offering an associate's degree in recording arts for engineering. So I'm like, fuck it, if I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna leave with a degree and not just a certificate.
Right.
Not knowing, a month or two into the program, they start offering a degree for production. But I'm already in the recording shit, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm recording. I'm already recording, going to the Panda Studios. At least now I can just go and learn how to talk to the engineer.
Right.
And not sound like, you know what I'm saying, hey bro, can you do this? And you look like trying to figure out what you're saying. I can actually communicate with him.
Right.
So I started doing that. I go to recording school. It's like a 1.5-year program, just shy of 2 years, basically going to a JC. And I just start picking up, well, they supplied me with a laptop, they gave me Pro Tools, they gave me Logic. But I quickly learned that the biggest benefit of being there is going to be the network.
Networking.
So
I didn't want to say nothing.
yeah,
I was
so
waiting.
I'm in a classroom with producers, engineers, you know what I'm saying, people that's already done got some shit going, some people that's got the talent, you know what I'm saying, that just ain't got the opportunity yet. Some people that's already in development got shit lined up, and I guess you could say my drive and my natural given talent is making them fuck with me too, because I'm not just somebody there that's just trying to rap and don't got nothing else going on. So I started developing relationships with people that really got some shit cracking. So outside of that, I'm already working with like with Big Bro, with Boob. He got us in the studio with glasses and everything that's going on.
Low-key legend.
TG, yeah, no, I ain't shit low. In our city, he for sure a legend.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
for sure. I'm talking about like.
Oh yeah, even
people really understood.
If they deep dive and go into what he done did and what he done touched,
the city got it. The city got it. I'm talking about worldwide.
Yeah, no,
to understand what he's planted.
Yeah,
the low key legend.
Facts. No facts.
Your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Nah. Yeah. Say it.
Say it. Gonna get into it. We done got into it once before. This.
Hey, say it 2 times for the homie. Nah, but for sure.
Much love.
With him there and with Boo already having me in a position where I'm recording with real engineers. Shout out to TG, P, and all of them that were there. You know what I'm saying?
TG got us. He told me to come to his spot too. We gotta go.
Bro, they having them there to really just fuck with us. I'm paying for overnight sessions to go and just record. I got a small circle of close homies outside of my brothers that's really talented, you know what I'm saying, and we able to go in and really create. So it's giving me something to push towards. And in the meantime, while doing that, picking up little side gigs, I started working in a group home. So I'm working with young dudes. It's kind of giving me a little push to be like, all right, they don't know what I'm going through, but I'm kind of here to. I'm only supposed to be here to basically babysit.
Right.
But
you in there motivating.
I know what I know. I got homies like y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know where y'all gonna end up. So I'm still trying to talk to you, unlike the rest of the staff that's just there for their check and just making sure you check off all the boxes you're supposed to do. I'm trying to let you know that you really got an opportunity to do something. I know shit look fucked up because you're in a group home, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it don't gotta be
in Barcelona.
You ain't gotta. You don't have to stay on the track that this shit is trying to lead you to, because this is really it's a program.
Right.
The plans for the system is for you to go from here, fuck up in the streets, and then end up
to another program.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And now only thing I can do is show you this dope ass video that I did with the homies. Show you it's a couple of ball players in there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now you kind of looking at me like he kind of got something going and he coming over here to fuck with us in Compton and his group home.
That was my next thing, dude. Like, what would you like? How would you motivate? Like doing what you're doing, like, because I know you was talking about doing the group home and motivating them when you in there. That's natural for us, men, the men who are men. Some men don't be like fuck them.
Yeah, don't give a fuck.
Get the check.
That's a fact.
What would you say to someone who's trying to get into fashion? Like, what would be your words of inspirations? Like,
first thing, don't look for overnight success. No. First thing is going to be learn to fall in love with the process.
That's big.
The process is, for me, is process, progress, gratitude. Is you gotta find some type of patience. I am not patient at all. I definitely wasn't patient in the past, but I had to learn that the more that I try to rush this shit, the longer it's gonna take, the more I'm gonna be stressed, the more everything. You gotta find the love for working on what you're working on. If you really wanna do something, you gotta find the love to do that shit every day, no matter what the fuck else is going on.
Let them land.
No, you got to, because like if you don't, like I said, you're gonna end up pulling your hair out. You're gonna start looking around at everybody else, wondering why shit going a certain way for everybody else, and you don't know their story, you don't know their process, and you just don't know how shit works out. Some people are lucky, but you might not be lucky.
Like Barcelona.
Listen.
I will forever live that way.
So if I gotta look in the camera and tell you anything, it's gonna be fall in love with the process and don't even worry about the results.
Just go.
Don't focus on the results. That shit is gonna come on its own. It's gonna come in ways that you didn't imagine it was gonna come. Sometimes that shit is gonna be bigger and better than what you was imagining. Sometimes that shit is gonna be. Sometimes shit gonna fall short, but you definitely gotta fall in love with the process. And if I gotta shout out anybody, it's the OG Harold, who put a book in my hand, Chop Wood, Carry Water. That's gonna be
that's a good one too.
my favorite book that I'm gonna push. Cause
It's good y'all dropping those gems though, because them books is important.
Bro, pick that
Chop
shit
Wood,
up,
Carry
man.
Water is
Chop Wood,
amazing.
Carry Water is just
Who's the author?
Joshua Metcalf.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm about to play that back.
And it's an
myself.
audio book too, so you can listen to it.
Yeah, you can listen to it or you can read it. Personally, I'm a little better at reading them than audiobooks, but audiobooks they work out just as well.
Right, because you don't be having time. You can be driving and
Yeah,
listening.
you in the car
you can-
sometimes.
whatever you got going on, you can just have it in your ear. But definitely fall in love with the process.
For me, man, it might be a couple things. The first one is give
Barcelona.
stuff away, bro. Yeah, believe in yourself. One, take
Yeah.
chances, take a risk.
Ooh.
You gotta believe in yourself, man. Like at that time before I went to Barcelona, I was hearing a lot of chirping. That's why my wife now, her brother was like, bro, go. Because he started a clothing line that ended up dissolving.
Right.
And he like, man, I wish I would have did half of what you doing.
Right.
He said, so go. So take a risk and believe in yourself. Because at that time, I didn't have much, bro. But what I did have, I spent and went on a quest to like try to figure something out, bro. I don't know what it was. I
Build
didn't
that
know what it
vision.
was, but to figure something out. So believe in yourself and take a chance on yourself, because that's the only way you're going to learn something. Because you need the experience, bro. You
Absolutely.
don't grow unless you have experience.
If you don't run into the
have
walls,
to
you ain't
fail.
gonna.
You have to fail. I asked my daughter, like, what did you try today that you failed at? Instead of asking her, like, I'm like, what did you try today that you failed at? Did you try something new that you didn't do well? Because I want her to get used to, like,
That's good.
failure. I'm like, you get used to that, because don't be afraid of that. You need that. That helps you. So just getting her to, like, look at it different, because that's what helped me. It's
Right.
like, bro, you have to. And my nephew can attest to the next one. Like, keep swinging, bro. Like, you have to do bad work. And I feel like people don't want to do bad work.
It's because they perfectionists.
Like, if you're a rapper, you gotta have whack bars in the beginning, bro. If you're an artist, you gotta have whack drawings. If you're an actor, you gotta have terrible scenes. If you like, you gotta be bad, bro. You gotta be bad in the beginning. And a lot of people want to skip that part and be amazing, like right off the top. You gotta be bad. And like sometimes being like, even when you get past that, you gotta just fucking like have your back in the corner, because yeah, last year was our best year. But prior to us having our best year, I won't speak for snacks, but me personally, I didn't have nothing, bro. I didn't have no money, no nothing, bro. I was about to do unemployment until they said you get $75 every 2 weeks. And I was like, well, I got 2 kids and a wife. I can't do $75 every 2 weeks.
Right.
So this was in February, March of last year. And I'm like, just doing bad, bro. Like, how the fuck am I finna pay my rent in a couple of weeks? And I was scrolling on TikTok and the Kobe shirt happened. I seen somebody messing with the Kobe image, and I'm like, damn, that's a nice image of Kobe. I think I could do something with that. It came up with that, whipped it up, did the logo on the back, the snakeskin, like just how shit come together, you never really know. The snakeskin print was from a job I did for Slam Magazine in like August, like the year before. And
So he was planting seeds too.
I'm like taking that. I'm like, oh, the Kobe. I'm like, oh shit, I do got a snakeskin swatch from Slam. That could be the Mamba skin on the. I'm like, oh okay. Throw that shit together, bro, and then bam, like that motherfucker just made the whole last year.
Platinum hits.
So I got a
Platinum,
question. Remember I told y'all I did
Keep
some
swinging.
math.
Platinum.
And then
I ain't gonna tell y'all number because I don't think y'all said the number on the show. I think y'all said the number. I ain't gonna say the number, but I've never been to y'all website or nothing. I just like used a guesstimate number. So I used $70, right? And I divided it by the number. And like the number that came out is like so crazy because it's only like 4,285 products, which is like not a lot sold. Like that's not a lot of products sold to get to that number, you know? But
Crazy.
you can tell that like that is a lot in the independent fashion industry.
Yeah,
That is a big number in the
Definitely.
independent fashion where some people
Definitely.
from the time y'all started till now will never see that number. They will never see 4,000 pieces sold. So like, you know, like, and it's only 4,000 pieces. I in my personal business, when I look online and I look for all kind of stuff, I source all kind of shit. Most shit you order from fucking AliExpress, you can only order like a minimum of 5,000 of them.
Yeah.
So you gotta already believe in yourself. 5,000 pieces sold ahead of time to even get the job done. So that's why I said I got some numbers for y'all because I'm like I'm big on numbers. So when y'all said the number out there, and then I was like, I don't even know how much shit on y'all
people who
website
doing
costs,
math
but I'm
right
like,
now.
They like adding it up.
That whole question just took a whole turn right there. Came back full circle.
yeah, because I'm
you
like,
out with
yeah, because I do that too. Remember, I was like, you be minding people financial business, but see
Sometimes
me,
you
I
got
mind
to,
it
though.
like
It's for the
that.
direction for the
I
next
pull out the
person.
calculator and be like, let me do some simple division here,
But-
or I do some basic multiple. Like, oh,
and not to cut you off,
that's
but
doable.
to go
That's
back
doable.
to-
That's not hard to do.
what you kind of just mentioned, like just seeing that was one of the things I left out when you asked about motivation was we made to persevere, not be perfect. So if I can give that advice to somebody, I actually gave that advice to somebody else, and it triggered a thought in my mind. Like as humans, like we made to persevere and make it through things, not be perfect. So if you can remind yourself of that when you feel like you're failing, and to kind of double back on some lyrics my homegirl sent me yesterday actually, where she said mistakes is only proof that you're trying, that you're working. You know what I'm saying?
Keep swinging.
Keep swinging, like he said.
Yeah.
Or like we used to say all the time, keep swimming, based from the fucking Finding Nemo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something to really live by. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Because
late. I never even thought about it.
bro, if you, cartoons will give you more game than a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And having kids is what kind of pointed that out to me, because you sitting down, you listening to the shit they saying, and it's like, damn, that was a bar. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
in reality, those were your foundational lessons are, if you in a space where you can absorb the lesson.
exactly. I was just going to say the
Yeah,
space being very important to that.
Yeah, because a lot of times people think like Mother Goose is just Mother Goose, but I was telling somebody earlier today, like, Mother Goose got some of the coldest stories that make the most sense with my adult mind. Like the chicken and the bread, you reap what you sow. Like that's that story, but you know, nursery rhyme shit. So
No, definitely.
And I grew up with nursery. You know, we grew up jumping talk, so we couldn't watch the wild shit. So I grew up on that, and I can tell that I grew up on that because in my adult life,
It's
I don't
still
have
fun.
I don't have a problem with seeing the application happen and acknowledging the application. Like, damn, this dude, okay, like this is how this is gonna go. This is how this is gonna go. So
Well,
I think that's super beautiful. I want to have a shot with y'all.
I love the story at this point. Like y'all just opened my eyes up.
And
to
the cool part,
the
like,
whole thing.
man, just to go back to what you said about the 4,000 pieces, if that's the number, like
Off top.
us sitting right here in this room, put our hands on every piece that went out the door.
Lit.
Which is why, so before I forget what I was about to say, which is why I was about to say y'all's story is so motivating, because if you can put your hands on 4,000 pieces of self-produced merchandise, independent produced merchandise, and really get out there and sell your story, sell your idea, bring people in, bring people a part of your dream, it's no limits. You know, like you did a direct call to Pharrell, but it's no telling who bigger than him might see that.
Yeah,
you know?
and
like people who are familiar with y'all brand, who gonna support the message and support the story and share with somebody else, they gonna be like, man, that's crazy because I fuck with that brand, but I never knew that was like, I gotta.
That happened today. That literally happened today.
Serious?
The homegirl Ebo, my sister homegirl braid hair. She braid hair for the game. She had on our Kobe shirt. She went to go braid his hair at his video shoot. As soon as she walked in the room, he said, where the fuck you get that shirt from? She's like, oh, the homie. I'll order you one online. He said, no, I want it right now. She called my sister. My sister, I'm getting my hair braided because we going to Vegas tomorrow. And she like, Game want a shirt for his video shoot. It's in North Hollywood. I'm like, well, stop braiding, Mom. We're about to go to North Hollywood. And that's literally from her just wearing a shirt, genuinely liking it. Like, that didn't come from us, like, trying to get it to Game, nothing like that. It's just doing good work, somebody genuinely liking it and wearing it.
Did he wear it for the shoot?
Reap what you sow.
We walked it in. He said, because he was like, but to the point, he was like, I seen this shirt somewhere before. I'm like, well, you seen Dom Kennedy video, Soak City video? He like, it was Dom Kennedy video. He was like, but it's about to be in this video too. And I'm like, for sure.
I like that.
Is it Soak City video too?
Yeah. Yep.
I knew
the homie Storm.
I knew it looked familiar. I'm like, damn, I'm not familiar with it.
And that Soak City was one of the biggest songs out here this year.
Yeah, the biggest song this year. So it's like, bro.
And honestly, that's kind of.
It's like, nigga, you can't calculate that shit, bro. That shit is just like.
And honestly, that's the reason why I think this year was one of our best years for me. Outside of the financial gain, we went from people wearing a shirt and they like, oh, who you know, Johnny Snacks, to where it's so many motherfuckers that's ordering shit to where we don't have no idea who these people are. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Open Bar Podcast need a code.
And they just for sure.
About to be sponsored by.
For sure. Oh yeah, we for sure got a lace. We for sure got a lace y'all too.
Sure.
What? Y'all got hats?
Yeah,
We gonna wear a hat every show. Bro, mostly I ain't got one on right now.
Yeah, it went from.
We draw some hats on today. They gonna be in the video.
Nah, but yeah.
I would love to wear. I mean, I ain't never bought it because I ain't never like.
Bro,
I buy like white t-shirts, black t-shirts, all the way.
We make sure y'all right for the pod. Like, you know, you got a shirt on, you got a shirt on. Like, we make it happen, bro.
Yeah, just doing that in general. Like,
I wear hats all day.
Growing that way to where people was just recognizing the brand and really not knowing who we are. That's one of the best things. And like I said, we started doing the pop-ups last year, but this year we started traveling. And one of the moments that stood out, we hit Houston for the first time this year. And our first hour there, we was in Trill Burgers. Shout out Bun B, we was in Trill Burgers. And a dude walked in, didn't know who he was, but he knew the brand. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was like, if we don't sell one motherfucking thing while we here. We won. Like, we been here an hour and somebody know who we are.
Was he from Houston?
He was from Houston.
I opened the door.
He just got the fit on. The dude just like, oh, I fuck with that.
Nah, I went outside to open the door. I had the big hat on. And then I had my jacket on, and I opened the door for him coming back in, and he was like, "Oh, y'all Dead Fresh crew," and I'm like, "What?" Like, you know who we are? He was like, "Yeah, I follow y'all on Instagram," and I'm like, "Oh, it's up, nigga. We in Houston, you know who we are."
And it's like you said, planting seeds. Like one of the things like you said, he be on TikTok, IG, giving out so much free information and game that
I learned some more from this year.
That people don't because people don't like to give you information. They either want to sell it to you or they just want to act like they want to gatekeep the information, bro. And we went through so much in them early stages that we didn't get into of being gatekeeped out of, you know what I'm saying, of information. Whether it was because they felt threatened or they just felt like we wasn't gonna do nothing with it, but like. We're the wrong people to give information to.
Nobody gave us.
Some people be sleeping on people. Like, honestly, I don't like to sleep on people.
I hate that shit, bro.
Because you never know. You can be the top dude, and you can be here, and they can just take off on you just because you just trying to make no sense.
On a personal level, and shout out to the bro that he probably gonna be like, why you bring me up? But 03.
Real?
Childhood homie.
let me
You
take
know what I'm
that
saying? I know motherfuckers slept on bro for years. You know what I'm saying? They slept until they didn't sleep no more. And it's like, we knew what you could do. You know what I'm saying? But that shit happens all the time, bro. And you learn your lessons because you either gonna be the one that slept or the one that
Get slept on.
be the one that gets slept on,
Well,
bro.
they took their shot without us.
Yeah,
Cheers to pushing forward.
We're gonna take another one.
And we know they not sleeping on us no more now, huh, Jay? Because we walked that shit in the game, and he was like, "I seen this shit somewhere." I said, "Oh, nigga, them niggas is seeing this.
They
shit.
seeing it.
Them niggas is seeing this.
I hope this gets like more eyes and more. I hope this helps the brand even more. You know,
Man,
right now
Man, that's why we came and took the time to come here, bro.
we pushing 10,000 on YouTube. We pushing, you know,
Man,
my TikTok
20K,
shaky at best.
20.
You
We
know
gonna
what I'm saying?
tenfold that before the year is
What-
over.
But the month is over.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What's
We gonna
that?
tenfold them
This
years.
one
big.
viral.
When Snack said who you was, bro, he going. I said, bro, if one person watch, I'm going, bro. If one person watch, we going. I don't give a fuck. If one person watch and be like, that, I fuck with them.
That's lit, man.
Bro, get on live with 3 motherfuckers.
Bro, I don't give a fuck,
40,000 people in there.
I don't give a
Your hustle is
I don't give a fuck, bro.
unmatched right now, nigga.
I be talking to
Barcelona, nigga. Put a quarter in your bag.
Bro, because it's like,
Like,
bro,
come on.
honestly, to his point, bro, I remember the moments of being at parties of like seeing the dudes from Pink Dolphin or seeing dudes from and be like, oh, they got backpacks, they got wallets, and not knowing how to do none of that shit, bro. And just standing there with our shit on like a shirt or something and being like, I mean, we got our shit on, we fresh, but damn, they got a backpack, they got a wallet. I'm like, I don't know how to do none of that shit, bro. I don't even know where to start.
Man.
So that person right there who's looking at them and being like, I don't know where to start, that's the person who's giving the information on TikTok. Because it's like, bro, there's somebody who's me, who's looking like, man, Dead Fresh is the biggest shit ever.
And that's part of the reason, like I was telling y'all, the reason for this podcast. Like, this is actually a network. We networking right now. We're talking about this is this is the core of Open Bar Podcast. It's an open conversation over drinks. Our sponsors, they pitching in. Like, we took care of. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it's about. Like, networking and talking. Like I said, like, what would you do to? I mean, how would you inspire the next? You know what I mean, the next generation or whatever. That's what what it's about. Unscripted. We fucked up a whole bunch of times on this.
Hey, it's all good.
So it's all about. You know what I mean? It's all about the growth and the.
Long
you know what I
as
mean?
gems being dropped.
Yeah, another piece of advice too. Don't let the gatekeepers be more of a chip on the shoulder than a battery in your back. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
y'all ain't picking up
because for sure, because you can ask questions and motherfuckers won't give you nothing, and it'll put a chip on your shoulder. It's like, man, fuck everybody. I ain't giving nobody no information. I ain't doing nothing. Or it's gonna be like, I'm gonna figure this shit out on my own. And when the next nigga asks me, guess what? Because you don't want to let me in, I'm gonna let 3 niggas know how to get up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna push you. You know what I'm saying? Because the motherfuckers you let in the door is gonna for sure. They're gonna pay it for it, or at least at bare minimum, just remember who let them in that door.
I'll be proud. I'll be proud to see people that I've inspired and people that I've taught certain stuff. Like I'll literally be giving out a lot of game. We when it comes to marketing, because I'm good in the marketing. So like I understand what you're saying. Like,
man,
that shit have value, bro. Like I'm sure you've seen it, but the more you give out, it bring like. It
2 or
almost
3 more people come back to you.
Like.
Bro, it's a booming brand right now in LA that doing their thing, and one of the people that works on, I think he's on a marketing team. He's on some part of their team, but my cousin, my barber, cuts his hair too. And we had a conversation in the barbershop, and he like, bro, I remember being in high school when y'all was doing y'all shit. He went to Sarah. He like, man, I remember. I wanted y'all shit when I was in high school. He telling this boy like they was doing their shit then. He like, y'all still doing that shit? And we like, yeah. Like I know you work for that brand that's doing their shit, but you know how long we been doing this. Right. So just know, like, you know what I'm saying? We knocking on that door, bro. Like we coming, like, you know what I'm saying? And
I know this is hella long too.
Yeah.
One more question.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
And I'm trying to get to it, but I just forgot it.
But why you remember, bro? I just want to say because it was a full circle moment this year because that was our last pop of the year. Shout out to La Russell.
No,
Oh my
because
goodness. He live here, huh? We have got to
from the
get him
Bay.
like
He
a
live in
little.
a
We
bed.
gotta
live in
get
the
him
Bay.
like a little picture.
Yeah, he from Vallejo.
But
No,
he,
when I say
um,
live here, every
Everybody
positive
talk
person
about
who
it.
touched this podcast mentions
about
him.
it.
We like him. I love him. I love his
Bro,
journey. I
look,
love his story.
I
Everything.
1000%.
I'm in the
like,
middle of
if-
tracking his footsteps right now.
I'm glad
I
that
don't really
that's
like
the case,
Lorenzo.
bro, because I have nothing but good things to say about bro. Like, I honestly didn't meet him at first. I was just a fan of watching. And I watched his EYL podcast, and literally that's how we had our best year. Like,
Shout out
sitting
to
here right
Earn.
now.
Now, one thing for sure, we're gonna use a lot of subliminal words, but we're gonna say earn your leisure. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
we're
My
gonna
bad.
say, we're gonna make sure they know. Tap into that.
Oh, okay,
Earn Your
okay, I
Leisure.
can say,
That's
okay.
one of my very
So, yeah.
favorite podcasts. So I just
So-
didn't drop y'all number, and he just didn't drop them people brand.
Okay.
But Earn Your Leisure, yeah, that's one of my
My bad, my
favorites.
bad, my bad.
Hell no. It's a few podcasts that I watched that inspired me to do certain stuff too. So
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
When I first started, I didn't have no podcasts to look at. When I
Okay.
started looking at EYL and Social Food Podcast, that's what made me be like, you know what? I want to do something different because this shit could have been ratchet.
Yeah.
It's a bar.
Bro.
Yeah, it's a ball.
I showed him
crazy.
Come on now.
11 years ago. I started a podcast before podcasting was even visual on SoundCloud.
That's lit.
Podcast literally
Send me the audio.
didn't even have, it didn't even
Pure
have
audio.
a platform
Yeah,
or anything. Like I just had an idea and was like, oh, I told my coworker like, man, it would be so crazy if we like record ourselves like just talking shit about everybody after work. Like we just gonna get the fake names and like we just gonna tell all they business. Cause you know when you
That
an
would be a messy
employee,
ass, but
you be at work,
Especially
and like
about
you know
some
you
work
got your
shit.
work family. So
Hell
you be
yeah.
knowing all they business, and then you know as soon as you get home, you're calling your friend who do not work at this job, telling her all they business. Like, girl, why the fuck Alexis come here talking about this same? Man, yeah, you know, yeah, the one I told you work in the morning. Yeah. Tell Tuesday, she work in the morning. Like, she don't know these people. So we used to record our phone conversations. We used to call each other.
Gotta get it on.
Talk about who business we was gonna talk about, make up fake names for them, and then like I would be the coworker. So I would actually call her and be telling her the story like I'm that person. So I used to have all the crazy in these stories. I would have all kind of crazy shit going on because I was the coworker from work.
That's
So I would be
still
like,
dope to this day.
let me
should be
tell you
good.
what happened at work today.
Yeah, for sure.
I cannot believe
real.
Denise's ass was late. And so she fucking burning toast. It's 5:30 in the morning. She
man.
smells like vodka. Like we just on the phone, like just going crazy. We have nowhere to post this. We used to upload that shit to SoundCloud.
That's lit.
On the
On
Russell shit though,
everything.
that game that he gave that we was able to apply.
Oh, I mean, he was on the podcast,
EYL.
Earn
and
your leisure.
he's Earn Your Leisure, and he said,
Why you keep doing? You can
Because
see
We not getting double back too. The only reason I didn't mention the brand is because I don't want to get the homie in trouble.
Ooh.
Oh, then
The homie that
mention that one.
yeah,
You
that
like
gave me
we're
that
not
advice.
gonna- But
Like that's all. I
he
mean,
probably
that
just
pointed
said
it out.
EYL because people really call it EY.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah,
But it
people
was-
call it EY
and-
for
and
sure.
because it was a
I just been
pivotal
watching
moment.
it for so damn long.
Let's hear what happened.
It was
first.
a pivotal moment,
Go
like
ahead.
from that. Then I was a fan of that. Well, I am still a fan, but it was a pivotal moment where he was on there talking about his gold card membership, and he was like,
I think I bought one of those memberships too. I have one.
he was talking about how it works, everything like that, and he was like, he took that clip from that pod and posted on his Instagram and put $100 a day for 30 days behind it. And he was like, bro, when I tell you I made thousands of dollars in gold cards off of that, like. He looked at his partner Tieta. He was like, "Thousands." She was like, "Thousands."
I bought into it because it was like you name your price and stuff like that. I bought into it.
Yeah, so you
I
could
download
just
this product before it was even out. So
Yeah.
I supported him.
So he made a grip of money off of that. So me being at that moment where I'm telling you, like, I applied for EDD. They said $75 every 2 weeks, and I'm like, bro, I can't do nothing with that. The only thing I had to fall back on was his advice of $100 a day for 30 days. We had just put the Kobe tea out. So I said, bro, it's organically getting, and maybe this could be a bit of advice for upcoming fashion people. You can take advice from anywhere, just apply it to your industry.
Right.
He said he did $100 a day for 30 days. He made all of that money. I said, damn, we got the Kobe tea. My back is against the wall. What do I got to lose, bro? I don't even have the $100 a day to spend every day, but I got a dope product. And We laid it on the floor in the garage. Took the video that's on our Instagram now that got about 14 million views. And just recorded it organically. I just cooked up some heat real quick. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. Posted that shit, bro. Put $100 a day for 30 days. We sitting here right now talking about the best year we had.
So wait, $100 a day for 30 days, meaning what? Like you
In ads.
In ads on Instagram.
Ads.
So $100 a day on ads.
You know how it be like
video.
boost your post?
Boost your post.
Y'all spent $100 a day for 30 days.
Every day for all of last year. From March until December. $100 a day.
Oh, damn.
It paid for itself and some.
So motherfuckers be like, oh, it's viral. And I'm like, yeah, we paid for it, nigga. It was $3,000 a month. You willing to do that? And most people we say that to be like,
yeah, because
I don't got $3,000. I said, nigga, did you hear the story I just told you? I was about to apply for EDD for $75 every 2 weeks. I didn't have no money, nigga.
Oh, but then there is a way to, yeah.
I didn't have no money. At that time,
end of it, you gotta pay that.
At that
thing.
time, my nephew and I,
pay that thing.
I'm like, bro, let's clean out these screens because it was just the energy in me was like, I needed to get some energy off. I'm like, let's clean out these screens, bro. We got a bunch of screens. One of them got to be a hit. Am I lying? I said, bro, one of these is gonna be a hit. I don't know what we gonna do.
So how much have y'all made the last year? Just put it out there.
Gross.
The number?
Gross.
How
Gross.
many $70 items do you have
we
to
gonna
sell?
eat it like that. We gonna
So
eat it like
$70 items, we sold, what did you say,
4,285.
4,285 $70 items. So if y'all mathematicians out there right
here
there,
you go with this shit. I had to wait until
if y'all went to Gardina, if y'all went to Gardina, use the online calculator.
Pull out that Texas Instrument.
But if y'all went to another school where they gave y'all
use
books,
your cell phone because your teacher ain't even in the class.
if y'all went to another school, like I went to Gardina for my senior year and I almost flunked out because they gave us too much homework and I was like, nigga, at Gardina, all I had was a backpack with a peachy folder and that was just to look cool.
And I didn't need it. That was just the way. That was just to have something to write the chick's number.
That was just to have the backpack was fashion, bro.
Yeah, the jazz boy.
I was just wearing it just to look cool. Nigga, I wasn't doing no work. Now you gonna send me to a school where I'm actually gotta do fucking homework?
But shout out to Gardina High because we coming to do some work with y'all this year.
But we are coming to work with y'all.
Because look, things have changed.
I only say that because in the summer, me, Steve, and Jonathan worked in the bookstore. And y'all had the fucking books, Gardina. Y'all had the books. I love y'all. But y'all had the books, bro. But I'd never seen them. We had brand new books.
No, Steve.
We tagged them.
He on his way too. We gonna get him.
I tagged all those books.
Shout out to Steve.
I tagged all those books in the bookstore. My homie Steve did. Jonathan did. Esteban did because that was the other Steve that worked there, bro. We tagged all the books. We just didn't get them. But I love y'all, bro. I love y'all because y'all built me into everything that I am today.
Barcelona.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, you survived Barcelona.
All right, then let's take this shot.
Barcelona
man.
was
We get it. Let's get it.
So, you know, over here
I
at
love
More
the
Podcast,
energy,
we
though,
like
man.
to
I
do a
appreciate y'all
sayonara
coming,
shot.
Absolutely, bro.
You know, I think you guys are my favorite guests of 2024 so far. So inspiring.
How many?
I think it's
like
super
two.
cool that you're like actual humans.
We gotta
that
stay
I
your
don't
favorite
know.
for the rest of the year, though. Don't choose nobody else.
No. You know, I'm a craft girly, so I kind of got my heart because we get all the musicians and all the other people.
You know what glasses is
Yeah,
which?
thank y'all.
That's all about
No.
the grandma. Is that mine?
Why would you say that? You fucked me up.
Mine's in the middle. I've been watching. Don't trip.
Okay, cool. 'Cause I'm like, I grabbed them a certain way so that I would know.
Cool.
Sure.
So we got a long list of my friends. You know, I network heavy. So a long list of people that's supposed to be pulling up. I appreciate y'all for coming though, because this is crazy.
And my bro is super good and I'll take a part in that too. If there's anybody we can help you get here, then by all means.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Please let
I
us
was
know.
all right. Yeah, that's
Because I had a great time. I won't speak for my brother, but I feel like he had a great time.
Man, it was good
He
catching
let
up
me
with the
know
bro and getting
when I told him you reached out. He immediately
we gotta do that, bro. We gotta
he
do
put
that.
me up on everything that was going on. So he was like, bro, you don't remember C4 from the? And he put me on everything. I'm like, all right, bro.
One thing I know, one thing that I can for sure, you know what I'm saying, just we never had that conversation, but I always just admire keep doing shit, bro. Like you said, from
Flowers.
production, the videos,
Everything, man.
from LIE, bro, all of that shit, bro. Like I definitely just like we noticed that people are watching us from afar, is people that's watching you from afar, bro. That's watching what you're doing. So definitely want to give you your flowers for doing what you do, bro.
Hey,
like,
no,
definitely.
for real. Like,
You know how I go from here.
oh, man, let's get it. I'll let the give flowers to it. Let's go up. I'm not above you or below you. I'm right with you.
Yeah,
Hey, salute.
Yes, thank y'all
Yeah.
for being here with us.
Thank y'all for having us, man.
I wasn't playing about that code. I need that code. It's gonna
No,
be like
let's-
open
Make
bar.
sure y'all
Let's
look
do
in
it.
the
Yeah, we appreciate
camera,
Do it.
drop
real.
y'all website,
Oh, yeah,
drop
yeah,
the
yeah. Tell 'em,
Instagram, make
man.
sure you drop the TikTok. all that.
Deadfreshcrew.com, at Deadfreshcrew on Instagram, at Johnny Fresco on Instagram, JOHNNIE Fresco.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Snacks etc. on Instagram, SNAXETC. Open Bar Podcast, man.
Man.
Appreciate y'all for having us.
Yeah, man.
see now.
Write
Check
your
us
own
out
destiny,
online.
love, overpowering fame.
Yeah.
TikTok is
My TikTok, Johnny Fresco. Instagram, Johnny Fresco. But most
Website.
importantly, deadfreshcrew.com. Check that out.
Yes, sir.
We hit 1 million views last year.
That's lit.
Trying to
To
do
our
10.
website from
We'll do 10. Not
We'll do
trying.
10.
We not. We
We'll
doing
do.
10.
and that's from some guys who from Gardina. We just built this thing from scratch. No formal training, no formal marketing training, business training, nothing like that. We got some mentors that we attached to who gave us some game, and we built a situation where we got 1 million page views on a website that we really just believed in, bro. And put the time in and put the grind in, made a lot of mistakes, paid for a lot of those mistakes. Even in our best year last year, we bought most of the machinery we have now because we were paying somebody upwards of $10,000 to $15,000 a month to print for us. And then we said, shit, we was about to pay for the motherfucking machine.
Might as well pay for the machine because then you can employ somebody else.
Hey,
So we cut that shit off. We
about it.
bought the machine, and then now we at the point where my bro strapped up. He learned learned what he needed to learn to get this shit going. Like we all literally just put on whatever hat we need to put on. My nephew, and we just learning this shit, like bootstrapping this shit from the ground up,
hey,
bro.
I was just gonna say that. Put your work boots on, leave your ego at the door, and get to it, man.
We just getting to it,
Get
man.
to it.
So we thank
sure,
y'all
for sure,
because,
for sure.
like he said during his music story, I wish he would have shouted out Harold a little earlier
Oh,
because
yeah.
he met him during that time.
Yeah.
And Harold's been pivotal to our journey, bro. He's a mentor, Grammy awarded, nominated, whatever you want to call it, songwriter. But somebody who just genuinely put all that shit to the side and came to fuck with us because he fuck with what we doing. And it's been a mentor. It has led us to the point where another point of advice is like, tell stories, bro. Like, don't sell fucking products, sell the story. And that's what we wove into all of last year. It's like
Yeah.
selling a story.
I
Like,
just started
fuck the
telling people
product,
that.
bro. Tell them why you got to the product or how you got to the product.
See, that's how I know I'm good at marketing. Cause that's what I told my boy. Like, you can't sell a product. You gotta sell that story.
You gotta
Yeah,
tell
it's
the story,
1,001 shirts.
You gotta
It's a
tell the
thousand.
story.
It's a
story. The
1,001
story is-
piece
the
of
story way more important.
shoes. It's 1,001 shorts, socks. You can walk in the fucking literally walk in the corner store and get some chips and get a blank T-shirt.
Yeah.
But your story is what's gonna sell that T-shirt.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not that it's a T-shirt. I can buy a T-shirt for $2 if I want to.
Yeah,
What's gonna make me buy into your T-shirt is your story behind it.
right. And
So,
those
That's what I'm working
4,000
on with
plus
Fansetto.
products
Like,
didn't
I
come.
got a
from
story with Fansetto. Like,
And that's exactly.
Just keep
the
telling
name
the
already got me interested, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Keep telling the story.
But the story, like you just telling me what the name
Yeah.
came from, bro. Because it's like, bro, I know that, bro.
Yeah.
I know that person. Like,
We
you
all know that.
Yeah, we know that, bro. But definitely,
We all been that.
tell your story, man, and don't think that your story ain't interesting.
That was big, bro. That was a pivotal moment because before we went on the 2-year tour, that's literally the advice he gave us.
That's
Pull out
lit.
your calendar, write out every date that you want to do. Even if you ain't gonna be there, write the event there,
Fill that calendar up.
fill the calendar up, and then just tell your story at every event.
Man.
And literally, nigga, we
That
saw the change from us trying to sell people shit and us being like, we're not even gonna sell them the shit. We just gonna be like, if
story.
somebody walk up to the booth, bro, you got time? Let me tell you the story.
Oh, and just one last more piece of advice. One more last piece of advice. And this is the reason why people gatekeep. And why some people don't gatekeep. When people give you advice, if you really, really, really want to do that shit, use the advice, bro.
Absolutely.
That's the best advice I can give you, is use the advice that's given to you.
Honestly.
No matter how you apply it, use the advice that's given to you. Because we can tell 1,001 people how to do something. That one person that's gonna actually try to do that one thing is the one that's gonna make it happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So definitely use the advice. If you really want what you say you want, use that advice, bro.
That part.
Yeah.
We gonna end it like that, man. Like, shout out to everybody who's support Dead Fresh. For sure.
Thank you.
Man, shout out to all of
Thank
y'all,
you.
bro. That's understated.
And yeah, we gonna end it like that, man. I appreciate y'all for
thank you.
coming out, showing out, man.
Man, appreciate you for having us again.
Shop
Thank you.
making the
Appreciate
drinks and
the
getting it
drinks.
cracking.
Appreciate the conversation, the laughs, the stories, the questions.
Yeah, you
Thank you for highlighting the brand, man. Giving us another form of
highlighting everything that I feel like is marketable to make certain shit look like it's supposed to look and smell like it's supposed to smell. I make it make sense.
man, definitely, man.
Conversation never on the blocks.
Meet me by the bar.
Bars open.
Bars open.
Bars open.
Meet me